everything. There's just so much
Oh,
shit going on all the
there's
Gosh.
at
time.
least there's at least one person in the Willow Homestuck server who wants to make an episode on Destiny. By the way, that's not
Oh,
you.
oh, 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 oh! Let me in! 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 Let me in!
I didn't at you at the time because I was like, Momo's got so much shit going on.
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
if I can go dig back up whoever that was, I was like, Momo will probably be really interested in that when they don't have so much on their plate.
Ikora is a rage player.
Yeah.
Ikora is a rage player. Wait. Oh, no, that's what Rift did say. The thing that might. Oh no. I just love Ikora, and she's always right. Is the thing, and I love her.
That's the thing about rage players.
That's
Is
the
that
thing
they're
about.
always right and they don't explain it.
And they don't. I explain.
Players are always wrong and will explain to you in detail why they what they do.
Yeah.
Oh
I
god.
don't know if the explaining is the self aspect. I don't fucking know. Anyway, good
It
morning,
is.
everyone.
It absolutely
Good
is.
morning, everyone. Welcome to 11/22nd. Um, it's a day
Good
after
morning to our 3 viewers. One of
three
whom's
viewers.
me.
They're all us right now.
I'm gonna 4 viewers. One of those me.
It is day 2 of Deepstone Crypt.
Nice.
I was watching for the whole 11 hours. My team did. I wasn't in it because I wasn't able to play enough because my body doesn't work so good. So I wasn't able to play. But I was there making diagrams and stuff for them and helping them out, and it was
That's
a lot of
awesome.
fun. It was exhausting just to watch because I didn't get up or turn off the stream for that entire time either. But they're gonna try again today, and hopefully we're gonna do it. Very exciting. But yeah, and I wasn't able to get a whole lot done this week for the reason of that's happening, and I knew this was gonna happen. If I didn't get resolved in by September, I wasn't gonna be able to prioritize it for any other time after that. So everything takes so much longer now. But I guess that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay, what did I do? Where are we?
I would like to update everyone on the ongoing saga of the
Garfield tweets.
the Twitter account
How did I
formerly
know?
known as Vaguely Threatening Garfield tweets.
What's up?
So, well, it's currently Vaguely Threatening Bubsy tweets.
Is that just the new era? Are we ever going back?
There is a reason for it's the new. Oh no, it's the new era. I'm gonna just keep changing it, and eventually it's going to not exist anymore.
Oh yeah.
But so the reason for this is for anyone that's listening, which I think is just us. The Garfield Tweets account was started like a couple weeks ago, all during this stream, based on this conversation that we had about Garfield.
As one
and-
does.
As one does, yes, and it got some
Oh, no,
some
are you
responses. It had a vaguely threatening Heathcliff tweets, which was created by somebody in response to it. So we were doing. I was
Oh,
on
no.
Crow's Hive Swap stream. We were playing through Hive Swap, and Crow's approach to playing the game was to click on most of the flavor text stuff. Including there's a poster of Bubsy in Joey's room, and there's the console, which if you click on it, it plays the little intro animation from fantastic 1990s video game Bubsy, which
Yeah,
is
just it really defined an era.
I grew up in the Bubsy era, as we call it. And I played that game. I wanted so badly to like it because I am definitely a furry and did not have a Genesis, so I did not have Sonic. I really wanted a neat, radical animal mascot game, and Bubsy just was a terrible game. It was not fun to play. It's very punishingly difficult in a way that makes you hate it. And Bubsy is annoying as fuck. But at some point, the joke started in the stream that Bubsy was sort of like the actual antagonist of the game, and we made a bunch of Bubsy-related jokes.
As one does.
Eventually the joke that Bubsy had killed the stream because all of our mics cut out for a minute after we said something bad about Bubsy. So, of course, the next logical conclusion was to go on the Twitter and rebrand it as vaguely threatening Bubsy tweets.
Delightful. I'm so
And,
glad.
The people that are following the account were very confused. So I've got
Oh,
this
of course.
Orange cat.
Yeah, this
There's
is not
this
the orange
one-
cat of my
Right,
nightmares as I remember him.
So there's this one account
No! Sorry.
at
Not you.
Garfield, who I don't know how serious they think this account was, because they responded to it as if it were a sincere account, at least a little bit, and like expressed concern that the Garfield account kept retweeting the same thing over and over and over, which is kind of the joke. And then I rebranded, and they responded with, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Are they?
They're devastated.
I feel like they're just confused. I feel like they're lost.
Absolutely. The
there's
Heathcliff
Jan.
account responded
Get
with,
in here,
"What
Jan."
on God's green earth have you become?" I feel like somebody at one point replied with like, "Hey man, if you're going through something, I'm
We
here
can
for you
talk."
if you need it." Which like is now not there, so I think they realized that it was a joke and deleted it, but it was funny.
It
That
is
is
funny.
delightful.
Yeah, like there. I think there was some degree of uncertainty regarding how authentic this account was. Which, again, for anyone listening, it super is not. I'm fine. I'm the one that made that account. It's a weird meme account. Which
Oh,
will
I love
go
this
until
section.
I get bored with it.
I love how this turned out. This took so much fucking work. I had to animate all that range. Sorry.
No, you're good. This is your stream. I'm just
Yeah.
hijacking it for Bubsy Talk.
This one took so long. We got little Dave with his fucking turn. For some reason, he was just
That's really good.
the
I
most-
like it.
the most son of a bitch that has ever existed. Just trying to get like
Yeah.
his frames to export correctly.
It's
Like
his
he's
brand.
just See, even now, look, he's fucking up right there. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just not in the fucking mood.
Oh no.
Yeah,
it's
like,
fine, it's fine,
people-
it's
yeah.
good.
If someone zooms in on that and goes, "Oh, Momo's a fucking hack," Momo can't even make sure that the last frame of
I'll
the GIF
snipe
doesn't
them on sight.
export
I was gonna
correctly.
say, I will bite them if they do that. What the fuck? Like,
I don't
no
know.
one is gonna do that.
The thing is, this is what I do when I look at the official Homestuck content. So I mean, the
Yeah,
only
but-
reason that I
That's
hear
the
people,
official one.
yeah, but the only reason I hear people saying that kind of shit in my head is because it's what I am such a bastard and such a stickler for like the quality of something. I am so, that
Mama,
like
you're not being paid to do this.
I
There's
know.
a market
Right.
difference.
And if
You're
you don't have a
lit.
team,
I'm paying myself
Yeah.
emotionally.
You're literally doing this for fun and because you get some satisfaction
Yeah.
out of it. Like, and the original Homestuck flashes were just some stuff that a dude made. Like the idea that Homestuck is this like lofty brand. That's why the way that now I'm really hoping that this Homestuck team Twitter turns this around a little bit. But like that's one of the reasons that the Homestuck official account like never engaging with the fandom pissed me off is because like it wasn't a big corporate brand. It was some dude that
Are you
made
gonna
some
freeze?
shit. And the unwillingness to engage with other people that are making stuff was just like mind-boggling to me.
Yeah,
Momo does Homestuck projects. Why does Momo not have access to the official Homestuck Team Curious Cat to answer questions?
Because you know what would fucking happen. Okay? Oh, my mic's
you'd be
peaking.
like, answer for your sins.
I'd be
and they'd
like, hey everybody, get up on the fucking like, hey everyone, if you'll notice, we're in a garbage pit, it's on fire. Has anyone noticed that
Yeah.
yet? Hello? Is this thing on? Do you
Yeah.
notice? Look around you. I don't think I'm in line with their objectives here. I'm gonna go ahead and fix this right now.
I don't know what their objectives are. I think that their objectives are confused and ever shifting based on who specifically we're talking about. Like, I want them to be better. I want them to improve because at heart I believe in restorative praxis and not punishing
yeah.
people. But like also you
Why
can't just
are
pretend
you
that
the
everything is
same
fine.
Image. That's really fucked up.
So
Entire Homestead fandom be the little dog surrounded by fire.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
That's how it
Yeah.
feels all the
All
time.
the time.
And like you're doing a project here that is ambitious and at least the equivalent to the flashes that were created for the official work. Like this is approaching like Cascade length.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no,
you're
it's
almost
not
at
quite as
Cascade
long
length.
as Cascade.
Yeah,
but-
you're only off by a couple minutes though.
Yeah.
And like you got some shit that Cascade didn't do.
I do
Like,
some shit that
yeah.
Cascade didn't do. Because
Like-
it's not Cascade. I'm not just trying to redo
Right.
Cascade.
No. I mean,
where
that's
are
not
you,
to
sir?
shit on the process
No,
of
of course.
Cascade or anything, but like you've got like fucking traditionally drawn animation in here, which is crazy. Or traditionally animated. I know you're doing it digitally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. The thing is, I need to figure out which frame this is. Let's just that is broken.
Can I be real with you for a second?
Yes.
I have no fucking clue what you're even talking about. It looks fine.
Same.
You guys can't see that?
No.
I don't
You
know
guys
what
don't
you're
see
referring
this?
When
I'm
is
sure
it?
I'm sure when you point it out, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, I see it, but I don't know what you mean right now.
Okay. Well, here. Okay. Let's. And the stream's gonna be a little bit delayed,
Okay.
but okay. Let's isolate the boy. Let's put him in quarantine. Do you see it now? Do you see it?
No.
You don't see it? Here, I'll.
I don't
You see
know
it?
what you're talking
So
about.
right there, like he's got another. What Flash does when you import a GIF is every frame will be fine except for the last one, which will have like the previous frame under it merged into it for some goddamn fucking reason. I don't know why. So you like see the extra gear on the
I
teeth, and you see like the extra.
Ah,
Yeah, so
I get you.
now-
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
now we're gonna.
I submit
yeah,
that I
that's-
can now not unsee it. This is your fault now.
Yeah.
This is not.
I love you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we're gonna do that, computer. Hold on.
So
I
now
might have-
I think it's this one. But I think.
Yeah. Hold on a second here.
I fucking hate
Oh.
how much looking at these little sprites gives me joy. Like
Yeah.
it gives me. pure
Oh, I
serotonin
fucking love the
on
little
them.
sprite animations. I love doing
really-
this.
Cute.
Honestly, that's not something that's really noticeable in motion. Like I get the
Oh, no, of
I get
course.
the wanting to fix
No,
it,
yeah,
but like
but-
it's like blink and you miss it. Also, I'm gonna have to restart my computer really quickly because my sound card has decided to do that weird thing it does, where suddenly my channels are all fucked up. So I will be back in about 3 minutes.
This isn't the crafting segment for I had to. Look at this. I had to make so many arms. This segment also took for fucking ever. Okay, what? This is such a
Look at all
stupid
those
thing.
babies.
Look at all those babies. This is such a stupid thing to name a file, but this is what we're gonna do.
Your project, your rules, your file.
Yeah,
names.
exactly. My house.
I hate naming
sitting out.
files. When I was in web design class, I would have the stupidest file names, and like my teacher and my professor could just come and look through all my shit, and he'd be like, "What the fuck? Why are these called this?"
It's a complex naming scheme I call looking at items on the floor of my room and naming them after that.
Right, exactly.
How do you find anything?
Don't worry about it. I've got a complex system
Okay, Dirk.
of Mind Palace Memory Association. Don't okay, Dirk me.
Why are you teleporting, sir?
He's flash stepping.
He's got places to
Why
go.
do you have so much? Why is your feet more? Why do your feet shrink? Oh, I know why your feet shrunk, you son of a bitch. Well now I'm mad at you. I'm gonna have to fix this. Did that
Always
really
have
happen? Did that really happen? Oh my god, it did. What the fuck? That's fucked up. That's what I did. Well, that's stupid. Let me fix that. Okay. Now it's gonna be better. I had Anti-Elias on for my selection for some goddamn reason. I don't know why that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have happened.
Hate that bitch.
Yeah. Speaking of that bitch, where is he? Where'd he go? There you go. There you are. Here's the good news. We can just go into library and search for how the turntables again. Click on it, and we can just update it, and it'll just update it for us. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 Bucky. Is there a problem?
No, I said I'm so glad that's what you named it. I'm being
Oh no!
ironic.
I thought I heard. Of course, that's what.
Oh no, I said I'm so glad. Sorry, I was mumbling because.
No, it's
it was
okay. To
funny.
be fair, I'm just punchy today for some reason that I'm not sure.
Fun, it's good.
Yeah.
You're rolling with it.
Yeah, I think the chronic pain is finally deleted. Are you? No, you're okay. Except for now you're. Boy, you cannot be doing that. Get the fuck down. No.
I think I might have actually pulled my headphones loose.
There. Now you don't teleport.
Oh shit! I restarted my computer for nothing.
Oh no.
It wasn't the thing that it does sometimes. I had just pulled my headphones slightly loose.
Okay,
so-
well now it's fixed and it's perfect, and no one's gonna be able to stop on that one frame and go like,
There you go.
yeah.
I mean,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Anybody would, but like.
Oh, I
also,
love
if
this
they
though.
Again, I would appear in their home and stab them with a knife.
I love this
Right.
though. They're playing the rain.
Like I absolutely get it as far as like feeling like that. So
I criticized Momo and Coles began manifesting physically in my
Yeah,
home.
yeah, that's what happens. I'm so pleased with how this all turned out though. Like they're it's so nice.
It does look
Look
cute.
at
They are
that.
just friends.
So
They're just
cute.
friends. They're just so cute. Look at the little Jade. I loved doing the little Jade animations. I borrowed a lot of the hands. I think I drew at least one original hand. I don't know. I don't remember. I know I drew some original hands for June up there.
You got a lot of little hands.
I got
going
little
on.
hands. I did steal like the arms and hands for like Rose. Dave was a little bit of my friend Bluebird from ages ago, but then I made some new stuff also. Okay, there, we did that. We fixed Dave. We did something. We might just be noodling on like the parts that need a little bit more today, rather than doing any drawn stuff, because that takes more of my brain than I have right now.
yeah.
Let's add even more lights to this fish woman. There's not enough. We have to keep
Cetus.
adding more. Cetus. There's so many layers. Okay. We need a couple more, so we're just gonna go. Boop, boop, boop. Copy
God, this is
frames.
coming together so fucking well.
Thank you. It'll be done eventually.
This is looking really fucking good.
Yeah. I want it to be kind of a big deal when it finally.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm just gonna remove that tween and. Fuck.
This is like I don't do animation. I do video editing, but I don't do animation. But watching you work on this, it's like editing radio drama audio, where you have like all of these layers.
Yeah,
and like
exactly. Yeah.
the more you work on it, like it builds and builds and builds, and
Yes.
you get to something that becomes like completely unrecognizable in a really cool way.
Yeah, it's audio dramas for your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like there's a word for that. I can't think of it. But seriously, it's like you've got all these like little component pieces, and you're just like building them on top of each other until you've got this really cool whole piece. Seeing it
Yeah,
come
I
together is
love
really
it. I
neat.
wish I could like do it for my job, but
Oh yeah.
I also kind of don't, because the industry doesn't really let you have a good time doing that anywhere.
Yeah, like I I've been getting back into photography originally because I was doing protest photography and working with this paper, which I'm now stepping back from because I cannot do it.
Right.
But I am still interested in continuing to do photography. Like I'm actually doing it for a couple Homestuck projects.
Ooh. Imagine
which
that.
which
I-
include unspecified reason for new game plus, which everyone here is aware of. Redacted project coming soon, and redacted project coming soon.
Ooh.
So
How exciting.
Wait,
So,
fuck, I know one of the redacted
you probably know both of them.
I'm just running through shit in my head.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're
It's fine.
redacted.
Yes, they stay redacted. They haven't been announced in any way, shape, or form, so I'm gonna not be an ass about it. But yeah, I point being, I have a reason to get my camera out and do some camera stuff again, and I was able to. My dad was very nice and gave me some money for Christmas so I could get another camera. One more comparable to the one that I accidentally destroyed by falling on it. So I've got a couple of decent cameras. I've got my sort of workhorse one, which is good for it's good for sports and action and low light and photojournalism, and it wasn't super expensive, so it gets destroyed. That's not good, but it's not the end of the world. And it's built like a tank. I've got I was able to get an official Nikon battery grip for it, and that's real well built. Like they're way overpriced, but if you can get a used one, it's worth it.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
old enough that I got a used one for like $40.
No, let me back in.
The
Kick
dogs
me
are
out.
fighting. Well, they're not fighting. They're play fighting
Yeah.
outside my door, and it sounds like there's a bear, a small bear outside.
Yeah,
Yes.
small bear time.
Yes.
Bear
Small bear time.
I guess one of them is technically a small bear.
Yeah. Can I rotate you a little bit? Thank you.
Oh,
Also, no.
Nice.
No. Can't be there. You have to be over here. Because I say so.
yep.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
I think just a couple more, then I'll be done with that.
Nice.
Yeah, if I just treat the stream as like the day where I kind of get all just a little busy work done, I think.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
That's a lot of this kind of iterative editing. Like it's the same way with audio. Like there's
It's just still working.
I was doing editing for a project where one of the big, I like to collect bitter hussies. Fair. The a lot of the audio editing was just cleaning up the takes, and that's really that's not fun to do. But when you get done with it, you're left with something that's way cleaner and better and feels pretty good. So it's not some stuff just kind of is a chore, to be honest, but it's worth it.
Yeah, there are a
So-
lot of better hussies out there.
There are.
There
Some
are.
that aren't men even.
Yeah, there you go. You have options.
You do have options.
Yeah.
You don't have to just go with the brand name hussy that actually tastes worse than the store brand
Ah,
and is kind of racist.
let's just remove frames.
Hussy in the
Well, let
way
me do
they
that. It
create
will.
stuff that impacts the internet. Yeah,
What
there's
is going on
the better.
on this day? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Oh wait, I need that. Don't go away. Okay. Woo. All right.
Nice.
So that should be all little lights.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're just gonna go through and do little stuff.
Fucking cool.
She be twinkling.
She is. And then I do love how those bubbles turn out, despite being very easy. And then these bubbles also. Oh, and this is what I did. you guys are gonna have to wait for the buffer a little bit, but now we need to add something to this part. This is where I got stuck when I sat down to work on it between streams.
Ooh, nice.
I need to make like sort of the fringe of the expanding pocket with the cracked glass and the rainbow shit
Nice.
to be like kind of around this bubble.
That looks fucking cool.
Thanks.
What the heck?
But I tried to like, and I should probably put some more like bubbles in the background here, just to show
Faint
that it's
ones
like,
would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like faded ones in the background
Yeah.
would be cool.
And
I
like
was gonna say, if you
little
overdo
itty
it,
bitty.
yeah.
You could probably make it look like a rainbow star field or something behind it, because that would sort of convey
Yeah.
what you're going for
Yeah.
without having to do a bunch of little bubbles.
The other thing you could do is take your layer that's in the foreground, copy it, make it smaller and fainter, and put it in the background.
exactly. I could just either do a bunch of that or just like,
I mean, like literally copy it, the exact
Yeah.
same pattern of animation and everything, just smaller and fainter.
I want to do a hue shift, and this is where like you always have to kind of make decisions like this, considering it will have a future HTML5 adaptation.
Right.
There are some cases where I have avoided using masks or color shifts where possible to save myself work later on. But then there's also like, this needs to get done, and I'm gonna be having to do updates to it anyway, so why not just make it easy on myself now?
Out of curiosity, what's your reasoning for going with HTML5 conversion as opposed to just rendering out to like 1080p?
The aliasing, like the look of it. I am like there's a reason Hussey was hesitant about like that can going to just the video exports also. And it's because like if I wanted to do a video, I would have just done a video. I wouldn't have tried to make a
Yeah.
Flash animation. Like there's specific things about it, about the HTML5 like render. It's just fucking nice. It's like it's seamless with the rest of the web experience. It looks like
Yeah, that's
crisper
true.
than a video ever will. Like it's just the assets are presented perfectly. There's absolutely no quality degradation, and it's just like there's something about it. Like there's just something about it.
It does have a vibe.
And I'm an animation nerd, and like that's kind of why. Like I'm a nerd about this shit. And I realize it's not practical at all. But I mean, if I was trying to do something practical, I wouldn't be making a 10-minute animation for a fan project.
I don't feel like practicality is the guide. here,
Practicality
but
went
I'm
out
just-
the fucking window
Yeah.
ages ago. I'm
I'm
crazy.
just curious what the reasoning is
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
utilizing it. Like I get, especially because this is something you're still working on, so it's like where when it comes to archival purposes,
Oh no,
I
yeah.
guess I could see
Anything
it more
for
being like just get a 100% resolution export of it, and then you've got the same basic experience.
yeah.
Like
Now, even a 100% resolution export of a video, you're still gonna have like, because it makes a frame, but the frame that it makes is not gonna have like the perfect like color fidelity and everything. It's just it's so stupid to, but like I really, this is part of the thing, like why I wanted to make Act 8 was out of a technical fascination with Homestuck, like as a piece of web art. More than like, I do care about the story and the characters, obviously, but
Right.
at the time I didn't really make it thinking that this was me gonna be even telling the story. I was just gonna try and capture like the vibe of the fandom and just let them kind of communicate what their feelings were. And as time went on, I ended up being the only person left on it. So now it is more also a narrative,
Right.
like a more genuine narrative effort. But
well, plus
yeah,
you're developing as a storyteller. Like you've been working on this project for so long, and like I know that having done my own projects, not of this magnitude, but like in terms of length, like having done my own projects, like you develop your voice pretty rapidly when you start just creating a lot of stuff,
yeah.
which is pretty cool. Hold on, I wish I could
I went to my browser to try and get. I have to look for some this is what got me stuck last time.
Mhm.
I have to look for some assets for like cracked glass or broken glass.
Interesting.
And I have to like, can I just steal this? I just steal I just steal high resolution stuff. I take the watermarks out. I don't care. But it doesn't
Yep.
even have to be that high
Me too.
resolution.
I mean, you're valid. Like that's pretty fucking transformative.
I'm not gonna. So let's
You're
just
going
take
to
this.
get all your dirty Act 8 money.
Yeah, my
Somehow.
dirty.
Don't ask me any follow-up questions. I don't have
There
a follow-up
was-
to this.
There was a sentiment I saw, because I am curious. Like I admit, I do look. I did, and I still do sometimes. Kind of look to see if people are. Where'd it go? I just had it.
Mhm.
Where the fuck did it go?
I will say you're on my list of can you please make a Patreon so I can give you money every month.
I
People,
know,
by
but
the
then I'll
way.
get in trouble. Maybe I don't know. What was it? What was I gonna say?
Don't think
Fuck.
you would.
I was gonna say something. I don't remember. Shit. Oh, I encountered because I do look. I do kind of see what try and see what folks are saying. And I did see, and this wasn't even about making money,
Mhm.
but I encountered this weird sentiment of like, if you are making transformative art and you just don't really care about the intentions of the initial writer, then it's like stealing. Like people already think that there's like an ideological thievery of making a fan work where you are like deliberately saying fuck no and being maybe
Yeah.
disrespectful to the I don't know, to the
Yeah.
guy or something. But that's just not.
I have a very, very dim view of that interpretation
Yeah.
of things because, like, all works of fiction are based on something else.
Yeah.
Everything is to be very, reductive about it. Everything is fan work of something else. Like, the idea that there's these like you have this bolt of inspiration from nowhere and God gives you an idea that's never been seen before ever is stupid and ridiculous and like oh my god, why are they doing this? Hold on, I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Aw, kids.
Mm-hmm.
I have like cat fuzz or an eyelash or something in my eye right now.
Oh,
Hmm.
I like
That's not
live
what I
in
wanted.
pinto hairs, so I know how that is.
That's not what I wanted.
I'm very glad. Like my hair's getting long again, which means I'm inevitably going to get to the point where like I'm gonna get one of my own long hairs caught in my eye. I'm gonna have to like pull it out, and I hate that. But like for right now, hopefully it's just something small. Fuck. At least there's no contact lens for it to get stuck under.
Oh no. Why are you considered?
The other day, my dog Pinto got his own hair stuck in his own nose, and I tried to get it out for him, and then he just ended up sneezing like 8 times.
Pinto. Pinto.
It's
Pinto.
a mess.
Pinto.
Sir.
Sir. Sir, no. No, 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 sir. Sir. Sir.
That's how I talk to him when I'm trying to get the dog hair out of his little
Yeah.
nose before he sucks it in, and then
Call
asks
him-
us 8
Call him
times.
sir because he's just a little gentleman that's having a
Yes.
problem. So why can't I can't use my brain. Normally I would know how to solve this problem. I can feel it that like I know how to do it. I'm just so fucked up. Like the brain fog with like the pain shit has been absolutely fucking real.
Oh.
It's been really bad to try and like to know. Like, I remember how my brain used to fucking work when I wasn't in pain. How many push-ups can I do in a row? It's been a fucking while. I could probably do, like, 10. That's about it. I'm not
Yeah.
strong.
I
God,
do like 25, maybe.
Is Cosmo Sheldrake? I guess Cosmo Sheldrake is a hussy. I like Cosmo Shell. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. That must have been the weirdest fucking non sequitur for the rest of you.
No, I'm
No,
also
I knew what
looking
you were
at
talking
chat.
about.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. Brian David Gilbert. Brian David Gilbert is not a hussy, because Brian David Gilbert isn't creating any, like...
Oh my god.
No. Brian
What did
David
I
Gilbert.
walk into
No.
here?
Let me help you. So Brian
Yeah,
David Gilbert is
okay.
not a hussy for the reason that David Gilbert is an analyst, right?
Mhm.
What Brian David Gilbert is like a Stephen Colbert or a John Oliver.
Mm,
That's what he
that's
is.
fair.
He's a millennials internet's John Oliver.
Mm,
He's a
yeah.
funny newsman. You're a
Yeah.
goddamn newsman.
He's less. He does do like some news, but he also like he does like deep dives into specific categories
Exactly.
that sort of.
Yes.
It's sort of like it's
Mm.
not quite. I guess it is what John Oliver does, but
Mhm.
it's not always
But
relevant
instead
to
of
the
being
news, but-
like current events, it's like Bowser, dry, you know?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. If John Oliver made content about video games, it would probably be like. It would probably be like Brian David Gilbert a little bit.
Yeah,
Like Brian
you're
David Gilbert's
right.
a little bit younger, so he's got his finger to the pulse of our. Of course, I'm fucking right. What's that supposed to? Anyway. But I'm joking. But he's got his like finger to the pulse to like the goddamn fucking unhinged elements of the modern psyche of the American youth. We're ready to fucking bite somebody. We're fucking done.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a knife. I have a knife. I'm gonna get
Yes.
more knives.
Me too.
You
I
need
want
more.
more knives.
You need additional knives.
I need
You must
additional
construct
knives.
Additional knives.
I can't fucking pylons joke. I don't want to hear it said.
I'm old.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting there.
Yeah. So I was just to finish what I was saying before my children decided to fight with each other for no reason. The whole thing is like, fandom is a weird thing, in that like you have this arbitrary line that's drawn between like a person that writes fanfic, and that's bad, and they can't make money off of that because that would be bad and stealing from the creator, and a person who's paid to write like Star Trek books,
Right.
or fanfic that
Yeah.
you're paid to write.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, the official brand is there, but like, why the fuck are people so interested in protecting brands? Andrew Hussey doesn't need your fucking protection. He has millions of dollars. He's done. He's done with this shit. Like,
Does he have
Your fan
millions
work isn't-
though? Like, does
I
he have any
would
money?
say
I thought he blew it all.
I
Sorry.
don't
Oh, that's
know
mean.
that he did. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, what the fuck?
Who
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
knows?
I don't know shit about him. But like,
Right.
he had his opportunity at least, and like the fan works out there aren't taking away from the profit. Like, it's such a fucking horrible concept anyway.
Yeah, but it wasn't
I
even.
don't-
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good.
It like. From what I understood of like what this person was saying, like I might get in trouble if I tried to make money, and that's a whole issue. And this person, like, I think it wasn't even about the money. It just felt like there's some sort of virtue in this, like, being his idea, and then, like, you're now kind of beholden. Like, there's that whole... I
Yeah.
talk about it all the time. People feel like they have to win Homestuck by making Hussey
Yeah.
agree with them, but, like, what the fuck? That's such a weird thing to put
It's
upon this
not.
guy. Like, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen. He can't agree with everyone. He doesn't have the life experiences to know who's right in a lot of situations. It's such
Right,
a weird
exactly. It is a really weird thing, and it's like he's not. I don't know. He's not gonna come in and like you're not gonna be the next like. You're not gonna be Hussey's friend or whatever shit. I don't know.
thing. I don't
what
know
the
why
fuck people
I don't want to be. Why
I
do people
don't
want to be Hussey's friend so
either.
they can like get
Man.
like
Like
get
I put work into this shit because it matters to me, and like I as a person I want to do it. Like I was thinking fucking I don't know when I was thinking this, probably when I got up, probably when I was up at like 4:30 in the morning writing stuff, because I am off for a week and I don't care. Is that we're putting the amount of work into something that any professional writer artist would do for their job. We're just not being paid money for it. That doesn't mean it's less valuable. It just means that we're not being we're not being rewarded under capitalism for it, but
I'm
it
doing
doesn't mean that we're not doing
exactly
work.
what I want to do. I would not be doing anything but exactly what I want to do.
Right, like that's
just gonna
meaningful and
shift.
it matters, and I give a shit about it. Like
Yeah.
I care about this stuff, or I wouldn't do it. I've put a lot of time into the writing that I do for Homestuck and the other stuff I do. Like just thinking about these projects that we work on, we're basically sitting down and doing what any group of artists that's being paid to do it does. We're just not being paid for it. But like that doesn't mean that we don't hold ourselves
You
to
don't have to
some
get paid for something. As a
standard.
matter of fact, if you try and like build your life or your creative works around, I'm gonna get paid for this. What happens is you have to work on fucking Trolls 4 for 5 goddamn years. Like that just
Yeah.
gives people authority over what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's much better, in my opinion, to
Oh,
get
absolutely.
the easiest job you can that makes enough money that you
Yeah.
can live, and then save your time and energy for
Hell
what you
yeah.
want to do. And I know not everybody has that option.
But it's one you should take if you can.
If you can get it, like,
Yeah,
and then
I
give
that's
to other
right now.
people to try and give them
Yeah.
that as well. Like,
that's the position that I'm in. I do a job that I am good at. It doesn't destroy me mentally to do it. I don't love it, but it makes enough money to support the things I do. Like, and the thing is, I've tried to do the make money at your passion thing. I've tried to do writing professionally. I've tried to do professional photography, and I've tried to do professional voice acting. I've had some degree of success doing professional photography. That's the artistic thing that I think I'm good enough at and have enough experience with that I could legit, like, if you drop me into an environment where it's like you're a professional photographer now, I know what the fuck I was doing. I've been doing it for a long time. Writing, I think, as well. I think I'm at the point where if you're like you're a writer now, I'd be like, yeah, I can do this. It would mostly be a matter of adjusting to the workflow of like the specific show or whatever. But like voice acting, I'm learning a lot. But like that's every time I did one of those things and tried to like make it my living, I burned out really fast, and then I hated doing that thing for like a year or two. Like I'm getting back into voice acting like last year. I did it in like 2016ish. I tried to really do it for like a year or two, and I was really trying to find paid work, and I just fucking I stopped liking it. And photography was like I give this one example, which I've never said it on stream, but I think I've talked about it to some of y'all before. So I worked as a freelance photographer for a little while, and I was unemployed, and then like just in general throughout, and I sold prints and stuff, which is like that's fine. Selling prints is not like soul draining, but it's also you don't make a lot of money. I have over the course of my entire photographic career have made less than $1,000 selling prints, by which I mean like way less than $1,000.
just gonna make another movie clip. I don't give a shit. Sorry.
So I'm making fucking Amway money off of selling prints. I've made like I've probably made about the equivalent of like $50 a year over the course of my career of the photographer. I've made maybe $100 selling books. I've made no dollars off of the book I actually have published, like on Amazon.com published. And so I took a couple of gigs to make money, and like the ones I liked were like doing things for my friends, like or my family. Like my sister hired me to take pictures of her house, and I took pictures of my friend's wedding recently, and like that was nice because like I got paid and I got to like be around people I cared about and like did something for them. But then I took this one gig where I got paid a decent amount of money to photograph this dude's art, and he was this artist in Connecticut who had this like he did a lot of weird like mixed media stuff. Like he did a lot of like it was kind of like sculpture mixed with painting. And it was weird. It was very for lack of a
Weird
better
good?
term, very appropriative.
Oh, no,
Not
no.
weird good. No, like this was an old white dude, and he did a lot of like inspired by native cultures kind of stuff. So I had this very like what the fuck kind of vibe the whole time, and it was a challenging, like technically challenging to do. Like his house was really weirdly set up, and it was very cramped. So I was using a lot of like wide lenses, and I had to use a lot of like challenging lighting setups to get everything to look good. And I spent the whole day there, and he was very nice and very polite, and he paid me pretty well. And he was gonna sell this stuff online. That's why he wanted the pictures. I don't know what the fuck ever happened of it. I delivered the stuff, and then was like, "Yep, you have fun with it." He was like, "I might hire you again if I'm gonna do some more of this." I'm like, "Cool." Never heard back from him. That was years ago. I am a different name, different contact information, and living 2,000 miles away. So I don't know. Maybe he tried to email my address sometime and just got dead ended. But the whole thing was like, it's very draining because you're doing this like soulless work, and it's like I didn't do it because I like cared about his weird appropriating black culture art. I just needed to make money because I wasn't working or I wasn't making enough money. No, I think this was after I left my ex. I was like, I know I didn't do that when I was still with my weird controlling ex. I still needed money. I needed money because I was paying for like kids therapy and stuff. So like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You do a lot of that kind of shit, and like, it hurts you because you're required to exist under capitalism, and you have to make money to pay bills, and you do things that are not they're just soulless and worthless artistically. Like you're not creating anything of value to anyone. It's just somebody's vanity project basically, and that's like your whole life, and it sucks. Like ideally as a photographer, like the dream as a professional photographer is doing stuff that's either like selling prints of stuff that you genuinely care about,
that's right.
which is very hard. There's like 4 photographers in the world that make their living doing that, exaggerating, but there's not many of them. Or being like a wedding photographer, which is like you're at least like capturing these joyful moments for people, but it's a grind. So yeah, I'm ranty, but you know what I'm going at here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I like stopped doing art, like I had like a freaking 3-year art pause because it was like going throughout school, it was just prepping me to do art as a job, and I was like, I hate this. I hate being selfish, but like I don't like doing art for other people. Like if it's not something I'm genuinely interested in, I don't want to draw a self-portrait of you. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I don't know if I care about how much money you're gonna give me. Like, I don't care.
It's fucking legit.
And like, starting to get back into drawing again, people are like, "Oh, are you gonna do like commissions and stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude."
Shit.
Yeah, like I started taking writing commissions.
I want to do it that way.
Taking writing commissions. Crow paid me to write something for them. But I have. Yes,
I don't want to do it this way.
If you're really curious, it's on my AO3. All Universe Wash on AO3. It's definitely not for children. Don't go there if you're not 18.
Crow commission smut from Janaya.
Crow commission
Do we have to talk about that anyway?
Talk about it, but
we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
It's smut. Yes,
oh
it's
no.
smut. My point was, so I have writing commissions open, and my general philosophy is I will not create something that I wouldn't be comfortable attaching my name to.
Yeah, no.
Like I won't make just whatever weird bullshit you'll pay me to make. Like I will make some weird bullshit, but it has to be weird bullshit that I'm comfortable attaching my name and identity to.
No.
Like I'm not puritanical, but I'm also not gonna write like weird fic that's disgusting.
Good.
Pay
Yeah.
me.
Good.
Also, hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What's going on, Mom?
Yeah, how you
I'm
doing?
trying to figure. No, okay. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do. Okay, let's take the red all the way down, and then maybe we can add green. No, that's not fucking working. I want to try and hue shift this thing, maybe I have to do a filter. Adjust color? Oh. 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 I get. Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't like having to do this in here necessarily.
Oh, that's sort of bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
guess so.
Okay. I guess. I fucking guess.
Kind of stinky.
Holds a sword up to Adobe Flash's throat. I guess so. All right.
I guess so.
we're doing
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to do the color shift here, and I'm just making it
Alright,
easy
I'm
on
back.
myself because I can't fucking, I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. You know. So we're trying to figure out how to
Ooh,
get.
I like this.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the hue shift of the. Oh, that's just gonna. You're not gonna go through the purples, you son of a bitch.
What? Why?
Can I just do this?
have to
I
manually.
can't. Well then.
I wish there wasn't like a minute-long delay on the stream.
Yeah.
It's like I can hear you
Can I do
talking about
that?
stuff that I then can't see until much later.
Oh.
Aha, there's
Okay.
purple in there.
We
There is no
okay.
purple in there.
We now have the portable, but the thing is, it's
Portable.
going backwards. So insert keyframe. What if I do negative 170, 79? Is it gonna give me blue? Okay, nice. And now 0. What's that gonna do? Haha! Gotcha, bitch. Okay, so
Nice.
I can do math. I'm smart. You just gotta be smarter than the program.
Oh, shit.
So now, yeah.
I'm sorry. We got 6 new followers on
Oh,
the
nice.
Game Plus.
So yeah, I totally lost my train of thought with like whatever the philosophical like disconnect I'm having with this person, or with like needing to make like your own original work that you can control. I am making something that I can control. It's like so
Yeah.
weird. I just don't understand people.
Yeah, I don't either. It makes no sense.
I don't
and,
wanna-
like,
Sorry.
No, you're good. Just the idea of art as this like domain of a single this like single great creator that creates in isolation and no one can touch their stuff. Like that's fucked up and weird.
I don't know. Like if you want your art to just be yours, it's fine. But then you're just making it yourself in your own environment. But like then
Yeah,
the relationship
exactly.
other people have with your art, you have nothing to do with that. You have no control over that. That's scary. But you're deluding yourself if you think you have control over that. And like it goes the other way too. Like
Exactly.
you're deluding yourself if you think that you should be Hussey's friend to influence or control what he's gonna write. Like who fucking cares? I don't
Right.
know. It's just
I
a
could
weird.
write my own Homestuck story without having to be Andrew Hussey's bestie friend. You know,
It, just,
Like,
it
that's
doesn't
not
matter. It just
required.
doesn't matter. It just doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and the bigger the fandom becomes, the more like that becomes
Oh,
relevant.
this does look
where-
bad. I should have made a higher resolution. I don't want to though. I don't want to though.
Everyone's engagement with the work is going to be different, and at a certain point people have enough of a story to tell with regards to the media that they kind of want to tell their own story, and that's something
Yeah.
that I think should be encouraged. That's why I started writing Homestuck fanfic, was that I identified with things within the work and wanted to be able to tell stories that I felt weren't adequately explored in the canon work. So
Why is it not
I was
going? Oh,
gonna
'cause it's a
do
movie
that.
clip. Shit.
that sucks.
I can't preview it. That's why I don't want to use movie clips. Like, there's certain things that only they can do. But then also, it's like. Also, I should probably just make it disappear sooner than that. I just want, because I want that to be, yeah, a full whiteout. Oh. Maybe, can I,
So I've been like slowly working on figuring out a personality to go with this adopt that I got from a goblin a while
no,
ago.
no.
Hmm.
And I think I finally got it.
Nice.
I'll give you. I think I'm actually gonna try to mock up a little
Ooh,
troll call card thing real fast, actually, before I
I
share.
like that. That's great.
So, I could do an export now to see if that worked. But I don't like how low res it is when we zoom out that far. I might have to just go in and, like, paint a little bit to get that looking right. Which I don't like. But the alternative is not great. Or, unless, I just tell you to fuck off before you're even that close. Or just make you, like, no! Why? Why are you like that? Does that even look good? No. No, it doesn't. There's gonna just be so much of this, like in the latter half of it. No, yeah, okay. What I'm gonna do is when we have this transition here, I'm just gonna start making it go invisible, I think,
That's a good idea.
and then we'll just. But then we just get like the black though, so I don't really like that actually. Maybe advanced, I can just be like. Actually, come back. No. See, that's like adding to it though, because even though it's. Oh, because it's a screen. Obviously. Fuck. Because it's gonna. Because I don't have the middle cut out of it.
Yes, I know, Pinto. Your life is very hard.
Well,
Take a long, deep sigh about it. It's okay.
same.
Life
Okay.
is hard
What
when you're a dog.
It's so hard when you're a dog and you just don't get enough pets because you're not being petted all the time.
Not being pet all the time. It's really, really hard for a pinto. You know.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard for
Depression.
Okay.
Tate too, which is why Tate's down with
Oh
dog
no.
engagement right now.
How's
Sometimes I
Jimmy-
watch
how-
the dog, and sometimes other people get to watch the dog.
Yeah. How's Jimmy the cat doing?
Jimmy the cat has been doing pretty well. He was all up in
Nice.
my lap this morning.
No.
I put a little wool blanket down on the ground where he seems to have decided it's his spot. So warm and cozy down there.
That's adorable. I was watching Doctor Sleep the other day, and there is the cutest fucking cat in that movie. It's like in the movie, the cat is like consents when people at this hospice are about to die, but I think it's a ragdoll. It's so goddamn adorable.
Oh,
It's
ragdolls
so
are
fuzzy
very
kitty.
sweet.
It's fuzzy and it's got like
They're very
yeah,
sweet.
they are. It's fuzzy and it has like the big fuzzy paws and the cute little face. It's just, I love that
I'm
cat
gonna make
so
this
much. Let's
wiggle
see if I can find
more.
a picture of it.
Because it's not. It needs more dramatic wiggle, I think.
Where's the cat? There's the kitty.
Why can I not see it? It's definitely doing it. Oh. It's just not showing it?
I'm gonna post.
I should
I'm
probably
gonna post
not
the
do it like
cat.
that.
I'm gonna post the cat in the chat here.
Oh my goodness
Oh,
gracious!
It's such a cute kitty.
Kitty.
It's just adorable.
The little eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Precious
Alright, I'll
angel
go
baby.
take a look. Oh, that's lovely. I feel bad that I don't like. It's different if I know the animal or like if it's a friend's animal. But if I just see like a picture of an animal, I'm like, I don't know, this is doing
No,
shit
that's
for
fine.
me.
You're good.
it's just I have to know the animal, otherwise it's I don't know what it is.
No, that's not something you have to explain. It's legit. I just
people are
think-
like, oh, if
I
you're
just
stressed
think
out, go
after
look at
you-
pictures of animals. Like this does nothing for
yeah,
me.
it doesn't. Yeah, I was gonna say if it doesn't work for you,
This
it doesn't work
is
for you.
nothing
Needs
for
to
me.
be the animal I
Okay.
know.
I have to know the animal.
Yeah.
This is a stranger. I haven't met them. I don't know what they're like.
They could be evil.
Hey,
I don't know
quick
if I would
point of
vibe with this cat.
clarification. Point of clarification for cursed works of the ye old Homestuck fandom. Teresian Vienna game, is she portrayed as heterosexual or bi?
I never read the Vienna game.
I don't.
I don't remember well enough. I mean, like, I'm pretty I don't know if she's ever implied in this series or confirmed to have had relationships with women. Like, she has something. She had
yeah.
something going on with Vriska. Like, she definitely had something to resolve with Vriska, but I don't know if it was ever
don't know
explicitly
what.
portrayed as, like, pitch or not. Because that would sort of be... It never
Yeah.
says Terezi is bisexual, like, the words out loud, but I also don't know from what point it's working from.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, we stopped engaging with it because fuck that shit.
Alright, I don't know how this is gonna look. It looks kind of okay, but there's a lot of things going on with movie clips I just don't really know.
Hmm.
I just don't
I
really
think
know.
it's looking good. I think.
Okay. I might just do a quick export and we'll just sit here for a minute.
You're gonna watch
Rest my arms. Yeah, let's just
it.
do
Ooh,
publish.
it's really fucking cool.
Uh-oh. I just look at the publish settings. I have no idea where it's setting this.
Oh.
We'll find it
Too
after.
bad.
I'll just look at chat.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't gotten any. Okay, good. Nobody's gonna bother me. Thanks.
Mood.
Why
So
am
I
I
got
like
a-
this today?
It's fine. You're good. I got a monitor recently that has like that's better color grading than the one I had, and my son he's getting the old one as a present.
Nice.
And so I was calibrating everything, and apparently the HDR on monitors that you can get, that's apparently a gimmick, completely a gimmick, because what it does is it makes the picture look horrible. So like it
Oh.
supports HDR in the sense that it displays the HDR files in a way where you can see the file. But it doesn't actually, like, the monitor doesn't have a greater dynamic range. It's just the same, black to full white that it can always display. So when you turn on HDR mode, what it does is it makes the whole screen look kind of washed out.
Gross.
But it can display HDR files. Like, I don't care about that. Like,
That's
this is a-
skeevy.
it's-
They
it's-
knew what
it's
they
a-
were fucking doing.
it's a way of getting around. Fortunately, I didn't buy the monitor for that. I bought it because it has a 99% color gamut. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a gimmick. It makes it sound like, oh, it's got this like magical ability to make the picture look better. But it's like, no, you still have to calibrate your images for a display. Like, HDR isn't a thing that can actually be displayed on that because it requires a dynamic range that the display isn't capable of, because the brightest the display can get is full white at 100% brightness, and the darkest it can get is black. It can't get like the sun's brightness to be extremely like hyperbolic about it. Like, it's like the thing with
Will
photographic
Terezi
sensors.
not get the fuck out of here? Get out of here, Terezi. Okay,
Get out of
she's
here,
gone.
Terezi.
Can't be
Get
had.
out of
Get
here.
out of here.
Get out of here. Okay, so
Get
what we're gonna
outta
do is now I want to do a little a little animation of like a sand getting maybe blown around a little bit.
Ooh.
So we're gonna I'm gonna see if this works. I don't really know exactly how I want to do it.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
do
just,
it like over the top, like
yeah,
a,
we're
like a
gonna
cloud
do
kind of thing. Ooh, yeah.
because if this is like the last shape, then the next one can be like could be like that.
Hmm. Nice.
Uh,
Very cool.
and then, oops, then we'll just kind of make sure that's actually in line with things. Brush? No, I need that. We'll blur it a little bit. And then next one will be like maybe a little bit gets kind of kicked up.
Neat.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. And then there'll be maybe 2 more frames. Like you always have to put a bunch of frames at the end for things to slow out. People forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, let's see how this kind of looks. Everybody out of here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blur everything so it doesn't even really like have to be drawn that well.
Oh yeah, because you just got like a dust cloud.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be
That
a little
makes sense.
fuzzy dust cloud. So I can just kind of
Yeah.
like, meh. I might need to do... I think I'm going to need to do a frame before that. It's a little too much, but whatever. Let's get the fuzz up here.
Nice. Ooh.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. And I might need to change the color because this isn't reading super clearly. Also, the timing. fucking
I would
sucks.
say make it a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
That way you'll get that contrast. Plus, it'll be different from the background colors because it's less orange than that lighter color.
Exactly. So let's kind of move that because it's not moving far enough across the screen.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Let's see how that looks now. I'm gonna slow down those last bits. It's a little too fast there. Because they're not flying off into space is the thing. Like, they're just kind of dissipating.
Dust has achieved
Dust
escape
has
velocity.
achieved escape velocity. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're just being like...
Yeah, you want it to
Yeah.
poof out.
Yeah.
Just a little poof.
Just a little poof. Except for now.
So, on the subject of being really fucking extra about stuff that you're not getting paid to do,
Yeah.
that the Doom mod that I made a few years ago, the good one, not the one I made as a child, one of the things I did for the game was I was working on a source port of Doom called GZ Doom, which adds a lot of features like 3D models and stuff, and like, lights and shit like that. So, among other things, one of the things in the original version of this mod was I wanted there to be snow. And Doom modders have tried to do like snow and rain for a long time, and they've come up with some very like hacky ways to do it. What I wanted to do is to have particle spawners on the map. And the way I originally accomplished that was by having hundreds of them. Individual particle spawners
Oh no.
everywhere.
No, that's
It
not.
slows the
But a
game-
particle
it
is
slows
supposed to do
the game to a fucking crawl. So,
Sorry, the game art student in me is just being like,
There-
what
oh, yeah.
the fuck?
I built this for this mod,
Oh.
but that looks really good, by the way.
Thanks.
But it is generic. So I built this thing, which I call Weather FX. It is a completely functional, generic, ZDoom
Holy shit.
and GZDoom compatible weather mod. It has the ability to do snow and rain along with whatever arbitrary particles you want. The way I did it was I set it up so that you just have 2 spawner points that bound a rectangular area.
Yeah.
And it then then what it does is it calculates a radius around the player to actually spawn the stuff, unless you tell it not to. So like it has this very like efficient way of rendering the weather, and like if you're undercover, the particles don't spawn because they get clipped out by the ceiling. You can set it to always spawn if you want like a specific visual effect. It comes by default with a couple different like densities of snow and rain with like different droplet physics for like harder rain or lighter rain. But you can theoretically make pretty much whatever thing that falls from the sky using it. It looks really fucking cool.
Nice.
But because I can't stop, I then made a complete custom fire system.
Oh my
that
god.
makes fire. It uses a bunch
You're
of
just
high...
basically building like particle support into the engine, essentially.
I basically am. Like it uses some like high resolution like sprite basis for the fire, but it looks really good.
That kind of shit is in demand in the industry. Like the
Yeah, it
VFX
was-
people were the only ones that got hired out of
you're
college.
good. Yeah, like it, and this is just some dumb bullshit I made for Doom, but it's like it's really cool, and I designed it so that if you wanted to, you could pretty easily, plop it into your own work. And then if a friend of mine, or I guess former friend, I don't talk to them anymore. It's been years, but like we don't leave on bad terms. I just left the Doom fandom suddenly for reasons, not related to the fandom. But so we built a couple of things. We made a bubble, like an underwater bubble thing to do the same kind of thing with bubbles.
Bubbles.
Which was used for like 3 things in the mod, but I think they used it for their mod as well. And then we made this is the one I had the most fun with. We made an insect swarm mod that had these tiny little flies that would swarm around a point, and I used it for like the lights in the game where they had like insects buzzing around.
Oh yeah.
It's the most blink if you miss it thing, but it's so fucking cool. Like
yeah,
they actually behave
yeah.
like a little insect swarm, and it was so much fun to make.
I should take you through a tour of the Dreaming City at one point, like on stream, just to look at like the way that they did shaders, the way that they did their particles. It's so fucking fantastic. It's just Destiny's a goddamn treat if you care about like real-time simulation art and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna find where the fuck is it? I'll put it up on
There we go. It looks a bit more like Space
stream,
Wind.
if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Hold on, I'm gonna run it. So, SE. I don't know what resolution I'm running it at. Oh yeah, that's definitely playing in the wrong monitor. Okay.
Alright, let's see.
Let me turn the sound way the fuck down.
And the thing about I know, sorry, you're still telling us about something.
Oh, you're good. I'm just playing around with stuff.
The thing about doing animation where like you've got soft edges like this, you can't do a GIF export because GIFs don't have an alpha, like they don't have an alpha map that has like a grayscale. They just have yes or no. Like it's there or it's not there. So you have to export these things in a kind of obnoxious way. I'm surprised that didn't take me as long as I thought. And maybe we'll turn down the opacity a little bit on this. Yeah, that works. Maybe one last one. Like, that's what I said. Like, I always underestimate the amount of slow outs you really need.
So fucking dark.
There we go. Oh, now Photoshop makes every layer visible for all the frames if you make it visible or visible. Oh no, why are you now? You're too much. You stop that. You get back in there. It's too much. Ugh. Oh, my fucking body is bad.
Tell it
There
to
we go.
be good.
I'm trying. That works. Maybe you need to be even brighter. Yeah, that works. Ooh, I like it. I can't believe I like it. That took me like no time. I thought that was gonna take me really long. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Awesome.
Now let's save
Damn.
out. Damn of shit of fuck.
Can't stream. Oh, I can't stream into this channel. Never mind.
No, sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah, the other thing I did is so that there's a waving flag, which is a fucking 3D model, just to make a flag that waves.
Yeah, because you can't like. Okay, that's actually better to do than I'm just gonna make a fabric engine for Doom.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be possible when I was working.
No, yeah, you gotta animate something. Just give it like just a couple polygons and make it a little
Yeah, it's a flat plane that just animates.
nice,
Um,
like
but
Minecraft style.
Yeah, it works surprisingly well. It's got
Sand-
the little-
Sandimation is just gonna be the name of it. Don't save it as a decom. What the fuck is wrong with okay? Sandimation is just gonna be the name of this bit. Now I just have to
That
save
sounds
out the frames. But yeah, I love this stuff. Like, I love technical animation. I went to school for it. It's the best shit ever. I wish I was doing more of it. We could just make a video game at some point. You could just make a video game. I don't have any good ideas for video games, though.
Harvest Moon remake.
Yeah, Stardew Valley Man already did that.
Let's do it again.
Let's
you
do
can
it
do it
again.
as many times as you want. You know how many Harvest Moon remakes there are?
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's
I-
always more to farm.
I know,
Momo.
but if I'm gonna do something just because I can, I would probably do it like for making money. Like if I was gonna work on a video game as a project, I would want to deliberately pick something that's gonna sell just because I don't know, I don't have any like really good ideas for video games. And if I was just gonna do another Harvest Moon, well, I don't know, like what's the version of that would sell? Like that's where I would do it, just to nerd out about game art, not really because I was passionate about the idea, I guess.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
Do it for me.
Do it for you? Okay, I'll do it for you.
Okay.
Harvest Crossing.
Oh,
Let's just combine the
That's all I've
mechanics.
ever wanted.
Harvest
Yeah.
Crossing.
Harvest Crossing.
I sit and dream about Harvest Crossing.
I did sort of have an idea of like
Yes.
if there was a Harvest Moon style like town development, farm development, but then there was like a combat system in the forest, and depending on like how you influence the story of the NPCs in the town, influence what allies you would have available for the combat section, and the main character would be like this protagonist that lost their arm doing hero shit and now like is retiring, but there's still like some shit going on like post defeating the quote unquote bad guy.
Are you implying a positive and realistic portrayal of disability in
Uh-huh,
a video
uh-huh.
game?
Like,
I don't
you would
know.
just
I
have-
don't know, Momo. I don't know.
Oh, what that? Oh,
That's a really awesome idea. I like that.
yeah. But I don't,
like
like,
you
yeah.
can't literally do everything yourself.
I can't
like,
do everything.
That's one of the problems I have with like the Bethesda first-person games. Is every
Bethesda.
single one of them is based around the idea that you will eventually become a god that can do literally everything.
No, like that's not. No, I don't want that experience either. Like, because then
Yeah.
it's pointless to have tried to level my character in a specific way anyway. Like trying to
Yeah.
role play
That's
what
one
the
of
character
the
is.
That's one of the things I like about the Wasteland games, and specifically Wasteland 2 and 3, because Wasteland 1 is an old 80s game with a really, really weird system. But, like, the game is entirely based around party mechanics. Like, you start out with a party of 4 rangers, and then you can, like, get up a few more companions, but like the whole point of it is that no one character is good at literally everything. So you have like you want to like spread your skills out and have like certain skills that certain characters are good at and they fill in for others. But it creates interesting dynamics. It also means that your party, if you build it right, you become really effective really fast. But hold on a second.
Yeah.
Crow sent pictures of this Shiba to the chat. This is
I
me after
know.
food, but I think
I
everybody
saw
should look at
it.
it anyways.
It's so big.
Oh.
I love it.
Let's just put it all
I
there.
love
Sit
Shibas.
just like slightly off to the side with their back feet. Tate occasionally does that too. It's very cute.
Sit like a person.
How do I hug this dog?
It's great.
Look at his
Oh, it's
eyebrows.
No,
Oh,
I want
God.
all of it. No. No. Okay, thank you. Move everything, stupid. Okay, there we go.
Stop being this way.
Stop being like this. So now what we're just gonna do is we're gonna go, I don't fucking know, over here,
The
I guess.
sand does look good. I like
Yeah,
that
we're
color.
just gonna,
Sand.
we're
Sand.
just gonna, oh, don't crash. I don't, no. Can I just, okay. So now we have this guy. We're gonna copy this frame. We're gonna paste this frame. And then we're gonna go swap Sandimation 04 with Sandimation 01. Boop. Forward a couple frames. Swap with 02.
Hold on a second. I have to go for a minute. I hear some sort of rhythmic thumping noise, which is probably not good.
Yeah.
Concern.
And then we just swap to 4. And then we just swap to 5. God, I fucking love animating. No, then we accidentally select all those frames and move them when we didn't mean to. Then we swap to 6. Isn't this fun? And then we swap
Yes.
to 7. Bam! And then we clear that, and then we make it all go away. And then we go, and then we say that's too fast. So we go in there and we just add a little frame to all these little framey boys. And then we remove all this shit because we don't fucking need it. And we make that go for longer because we don't want it to like, yeah, and then it's fine. Then everything's fine. Except for this boy, I think we were nudged down a little bit. Yeah, there we
to
go.
be a pinto sleeping on a Sunday morning.
Oh, to be a pinto.
Same
Oh,
with
to be a
Jimmy.
A little sleepy dog.
A little sleepy dog or a little sleepy Jimmy.
Alrighty. Apparently, it was rhythmically thump a stick on the ground time.
Oh, yeah, no, of
Despite
course.
the fact that we live in an apartment with people both above and below us.
I was gonna say,
So we're not doing that. The stick is
No.
now in my room, where it will remain stationary and out of the way.
It's like, no, we
you
can't.
know, I
Yeah.
sincerely
Children are a
appreciate
trip.
that Tate doesn't have thumbs.
Yes.
Because that's the closest point of reference I have right now.
Tate will cause problems on purpose, but she does not have thumbs, so she cannot.
I'm just gonna move, I think, everything back and start the fade out.
Did
way
I mention at any
sooner.
point that my son is a Scorpio?
Oh.
Or no, he's not.
yeah.
I'm sorry. No, where the fuck did I get that from? No, he's a Cancer. He's car
Cancer.
cat,
Oh,
cat.
yeah, Cancer.
Loud and
Well,
combative.
Cancers and Scorpios have a lot in common. They're both water signs.
Yeah.
Why are you going again? Stop that. Oh.
One of my dogs is a Scorpio,
Eh.
and I think that's why he gives me judgmental stares from across.
Is that
the-
Puka? Puka.
Yeah,
Puka.
Puka.
I could tell. I could tell Puka was a Scorpion. What the fuck am I
Judgment.
saying? That's a joke. That's so dumb.
I could tell your dog was a Briska from
Why?
the way that they
Why?
looked at you with judgment
Why?
in their eyes.
Oh, I see. Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Did you get it to do what you want it to?
Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just vibing it out, you know.
That's not true. You do know what you're doing,
Okay,
but
thanks.
sometimes you have to feel shit out.
Yeah. Oh, I got it perfectly. So here's what was happening.
Fucking
Here's what was happening. So the first frame of this animation is way back here, right? It's actually way back here. And there's a couple things you can do, but I decided, like an idiot, to just go in and just add in a bunch of blank frames, even though I could just tell it to start at this frame. Like, started at frame 2 at the start of where I want the thing to start, but I didn't do that because I just want to cause this program to do more work, I guess. I don't want anyone to ever do an autopsy on this file. It's so fucking absurd. It's just absurd.
The dust looks really good.
But it's gonna look fine. And also these plants are gonna wiggle. I did test that. It works fine.
I made a joke about you holding a knife to Flash's throat earlier, and like I sort of like in the context of it, it was like, oh yeah, that's just what they're doing to like get it to do this one specific thing. But the like knife and or sword was already there. Like you're just sort of like, all right, now that we've gone down most of my list, here's a few more.
Here's a few more. Yeah, like
Adobe Flash sweats.
Yeah, so there's this whole segment here that's I still have to just make assets for it. I think we're gonna look at the session, and we're gonna slowly zoom in on Land of Light and Rain, and it's gonna be a very boring couple seconds because I'm fucking done. And then everything in blue is the Cetus fight, and that's basically everything that's left. I touched up some stuff at the end too. Like there's more things I have to do here, and I'll probably spend the last hour and a half on that.
Oh fucking.
Add a blink there. I'm gonna find, I think, there's an asset that already exists where its little Cal's just his eye and it blinks. I'm gonna add that right in here, which you guys aren't even looking at right now.
I see the blue.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
There's the
see.
Cetus fight. How's the Cetus fight coming along anyway?
I haven't touched it for a while. And that fucking
I mean,
sucks.
is it mostly done? I thought you'd made pretty good progress on it.
It's halfway done.
Okay.
But I haven't touched it for a long time. And it's just one of those
You
things.
gotta gear back up.
I gotta
whenever
gear
you
back
start
up
working
every
on something
time.
again.
Every time I don't work on it. So that's what sucks about it. Like it's such a high energy, high focus task. I really have to just devote that entire day, and there has not been an unbroken day to it, to work on it. And I knew that was going to happen with November. That's just how November is. Okay, so we added this, which I think was someone's recommendation, and it works really well. I want to do little, like, bits of the ground, like dirt flying up when he's doing the being knocked back. Sorry, you guys are so far behind.
No, you're good.
I might get up for some breakfast. I'm super hungry. I didn't think I was gonna get hungry. I'm never hungry when I wake up. I'm never hungry when I wake up. But then, like, 2 hours later, it's like, why didn't you eat? And it's like, you didn't ask! And I wasn't hungry, and I didn't want anything! And now you're dying, and like, what the fuck? It's so unfair.
I'm kind of the same way, except I'm not usually dying if I don't eat. I just get really grumpy. But this morning I kept dreaming about food, and this morning I woke up and I was like, dude, I'm so hungry.
Yeah, no, if I wake up at like 6 or 5, I'm starving. But I think I just sleep past when my body gets hungry normally. And then it just gives up. It's just like, well, fine then.
If you're not gonna wake the fuck up, then
I'll just start metabolizing all this other shit, I guess.
yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get food real quick. I'm gonna write a BRB
Yee.
over something that's more interesting to look at.
Nice.
Let's just screenshot something that's interesting to look at. Let's find something. There we go. That's cute. That shit's cute. Thank you for your patience while I go get some goddamn food. Enjoy the moment of silence and reprieve you get from me and my opinions and my words. It won't last forever, so appreciate it while you
Don't worry,
can.
we'll fill it with some other terrible opinions, presumably, while
Thank
you
you.
go do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
period.
To- Well,
Finally, now I can talk about my bad opinions about Vriska.
Christ. I guess we could. I could be rude and co-opt it for a second to talk about Rose New Game Plus, because I kind of like. I had a discussion with the Dave writer where we sort of like. I just sort of asked them a bunch of questions until we had enough information to sort of fill out an outline, and I think it went well.
That's good.
It was all over text because they can't really do voice call right now, so I'm fucking horrible at reading tone, so I think it went well. But I'm anxious, so I choose to assume that it went okay.
That's valid.
But I don't know. I'm thinking about what the fuck I want to do with Rose, and
Yeah, that's
Like,
legit.
and I keep thinking about Act 8 because like Act 8 has a lot of Rose, and like it gives a bunch of perspective to a character who like previously hasn't let us into her mindset super often, and that's sort of
Mhm.
that's one of the things that sort of helped me writing my like Rose piece for the Lola Lawn zine. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Rose after the game, like it's done, and she did everything she can do, and now there's nothing else plot wise to do, and presumably this is driving her up a tree.
Yeah. I see her as being like almost the opposite of how Jade responds to the end of the game, because Jade is relieved in a lot of ways. Like, she doesn't know exactly what to do, but she's kind of grateful because like she was made to hurt a lot of people in the game. Like, I know Rose kind of was too with the Grimdark thing, but it's different. Whereas Jade was like directly controlled to go attack her friends, and you know, I think that her whole deal was that she never really liked being a part of all that. She just dealt with it because she had to. And I know Homestuck Epilogues and Homestuck 2's way of approaching that character was to just kind of, I don't know, just fucking, I don't know what they were doing to Jade in that. In Homestuck 2, she's very like weirdly passive in a bizarre way. Like, you just got to sideline her some more, I guess.
Rose like would just probably be kind of pissed off that like she didn't get answers to a bunch of the questions that she had, right?
Right, exactly. I think that she would, and like her ability to accept or not accept that is gonna really influence how she feels about stuff. Like, that's one of the things that I'm actually working on some scenes with now, where, what the fuck did I talk about it? Where I had outlined. I think I had it outlined. Where stuff like, you know, feeling like you're that you're no longer a part of this like game, that it doesn't matter anymore. Like, it is legitimately done. And she has a quick conversation with some Salamantha that talks about that. Jade's taking a very different turn than I thought it was going to. I went through and changed a bunch of parts of the outline last night. I'm gonna make a couple of spot changes for some of this stuff. The whole like thinking about the project while taking a shower and then suddenly having several ideas that I had to do thing happened. So I think it'll be more effective than it was. I'm gonna be big about it on stream because it's not public, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I think it'll work. And I'm writing within my experience, so it's not something where I'm like gonna ham-fistedly try to portray something that's sensitive. Like, That's another thing that I kind of like get the sense of from the epilogues and to a lesser extent Homestuck 2 is that it sometimes feels like someone that's trying to write about something they just don't get. Like they're really trying to do this like because they think it's deep or whatever, but they're just like, I don't understand this character.
And it's just set dressing to go, look, aren't I so cool? Aren't I so deep?
Right. Like here's this character's trauma. I've never experienced this, but here shoves this, gross looking mess that they've tried to cook at you. It's great. I try very hard not to do that with my writing.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I don't want to. I'm ADHD. I sit here and I do so many things, and I get sort of paralyzed into not doing anything. So I want to make sure that I
Of
do my
course.
research and then like actually write what I want to write. But I also want to be intentional with Rose because, like, all right, she's probably sort of pissed off about not getting answers, but she's also sort of cooped up because she can't do anything about that. And by all means, she should move on, but she kind of can't let herself yet. So like I
Right.
think a lot of the first bits are going to be like her sort of like kind of pacing around like an animal that should not be kept indoors, and like her and she's her social worker Sam, correct? Because we put
Yes, I believe so.
yeah, because we put Sam with Rose and Vriska and where's the
Jade
Jade, yeah,
and Roxy.
and Roxy.
Am I
Wait,
allowed to
no.
make both Sam and Neva
Rose-
lesbians? Can they both be gay?
Oh
Neva
yeah,
has-
absolutely.
Rose has Neva actually.
Rose has.
That
has
doesn't
Neva,
sound
okay.
right.
Yes.
Is
well,
it?
yeah, because Neva has doesn't
Rose,
Neva have Rose,
Terezi,
Terezi, and
Gamzee,
Gamzee?
Dirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dirt.
Dirt.
Oh, okay. No, wait, yeah.
Neva has the problem children.
The
That's what it
problem,
is.
Yes.
yeah. Neva's good at her job.
Salamantha has the ones with a lot of like deep baggage to address because
Oh, what is with
they
that?
have Jade, Vriska, Roxy, and Calliope.
Calliope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil something. It's too good to spoil. But what Sky, like, posted, was so good. I'm so glad and so grateful.
Oh,
Because
everything
Vriska
about that is
absolutely
really
would. And it's just, mwah. I'm so glad, like, she just got what Sam is about so well. Ugh.
good. Yeah, that
Because it's right in the middle of the list of people. Oops. Yeah, that is a good. I like that a lot. That was good.
I read it and I laughed out loud several times, which usually means that something's going well.
Yeah.
Sky is hilarious. Luna
Yeah.
is very funny.
I'm confident that the
We
Brisker rat's gonna go well.
we have an interesting mix of like. I think we have a good mix of different styles of writing and
Mhm.
like and balance of what it is because like I know Pester Quest tended to be a little on the goofier side or the weird like
Oh, I am
funny side.
crunching. Sorry, am I crunching right into the
you're
microphone? No, I am.
no, you're
It's part of the server ambiance or stream ambiance.
I was gonna eat oatmeal because it's quieter,
Oh,
but then I
okay,
didn't
yeah,
have any
you-
oatmeal.
Discord
I'm
definitely
eating
suppressing that. But like so like my style of writing tends to be very sincere with like dashes of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And it dips into a couple of like down points for all of the routes actually. They all deal with at least one fairly serious subject matter. And actually, Jade's route has like so the thing that I added that I talked about in Core General. There is actually that happens on one of the branching paths. The other branching path mentions it because it's still a thing that happens. But Jade also goes through something else on that second branching path that's also very kind of like not great. It's more similar to something that happens to Jane. Actually, it shows more of a systemic approach to addressing an issue that isn't a personal problem, but is a serious problem.
I'm very
So that'll be
excited for
interesting.
like
Yeah.
their range of tones and like how the routes they
Yeah.
all feel like they're gonna be really really different in really good ways. Like I'm so excited to see this come together into one cohesive experience. It's gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the art styles blending together and everything.
Mhm.
I've been trying to do some work on like the visual theming for like interface stuff, and where we go with that.
Hell yeah.
And just like branding, because we need stuff for like the Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
But like that's fun to do.
New Game Plus is gonna be good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
That's my point.
FedEx are out.
Fe-
Correct.
FedEx,
Mhm.
FedEx,
Yeah,
FedEx,
FedEx.
FedEx.
I dropped another
FedEx.
horse video in the chat. Riff posted one that like I could have sworn I think I said something weird because I woke up and immediately put in the chat. But I could have sworn we already saw that horse video.
I
but
did
was like,
post that at some point. I don't know where it was
Yeah.
though. I don't know if it was somewhere. Where is Riff, by the way? I need to be told more things about Carcat Vantis for my
Riff's
health.
probably asleep because it's 10:45 a.m. and they sometimes do homework until 3 in the
I
morning.
know,
because they're
I
a grad
know.
student.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, you know that, you know. Yeah, Riff than I do, but also that's probably why they're not here.
Cole,
Yeah.
I need to talk about Professor Carcat for a minute while I'm sitting here finishing my
You know,
breakfast.
Tell us
What's
more about
funny
Professor
is-
Carcat.
I was thinking about something about him at 3 a.m. and I was like, bro, this is so good. I gotta tell somebody. And then I blacked out, fell asleep, and I don't remember what it is.
Oh
I'm really
no! Oh no!
like I don't know what it is.
Um,
But I had like a thought that I thought was like so good, which like is questionable because it was 3 a.m.
no, your thoughts are
Um.
always good. Always write down the 3 a.m. thoughts. You will not remember them.
You know what's funny is I remember writing it down, but I don't know where I wrote it down.
Well, someday you'll find it, and it'll be incomprehensible because you'll have written just the key words, and like you'll just have to mentally glue it back together, and it'll be like impossible.
Yeah, it'll be like Carcat bad shoes.
Bad shoes, right? Right. We talked about how he still wears like these trashy tennis shoes that are falling apart. And Gimsy tries to get him better shoes. Like, okay, no, you need to wear better shoes. You're messing up your back, dude. Like, and it's like, no, they're not as comfortable as he's like, well, yeah, you have to break them in, but then they're gonna last for like 15 years because they're like good. And I got them for you because I fucking care about you, idiot. He's like, no, because he has to like Carcat wears the bad shoes like on purpose because he's just a little idiot and needs to cause himself problems like to repent.
I have a horrible story about a professor that I had in college that I need to share with you. That I think fits Carcat.
Yes, this is why Professor Carcat is so much fun because we all have these professor stories. Please continue.
So I have a political science professor who my girlfriend was 2 years older than me and majored in poli-sci, so like she had this guy before me. His son was also in my year and was like in a bunch of my classes, which is weird. But anyway, this dude. Okay, actually, two stories. One day he came into class, and he would occasionally do things like he'd eat half of one of the giant cookies from like the cafe down the street and offer it to somebody else. He'd like break it in half. He wouldn't like literally eat it. Like But one day he came in, and it was like sort of cold for South Carolina out, and so he took off. So he walked in, and he took off the big like wide-brimmed brown fedora that he had on, and then he took off the big like wool poncho that he had on. And then he took off the leather jacket that he had on. And underneath that, he had on, like, a t-shirt that was definitely from some kind of bar in Florida. And he sat down. He was like, hey, guys, what's up? I'm sorry I'm late. Let's start class. So that's one. And then another is that he was meeting with my girlfriend. She was like recently out as a trans woman, but like, and he sort of handled it about as well as like a 50-something-year-old man could when he explicitly was like, I really just don't believe in modern medicine, but like if you want to transition, then you do you.
Oh.
Wow.
But he was like, I have no problem with transitioning. It's just that I wouldn't be able to take.
I just don't
hormones
trust
if I was
doctors.
trans. And I was like, all right, dude, whatever. That's not like your decision.
Yeah.
He like invited my girlfriend out to like dinner at some point when she was close to graduating, and just gave her like a couple pairs of shoes, like not they're like black loafers to it.
What the hell?
Oh, what? I mean, this is like, it's not, okay, like, it's not bad, but I don't understand it.
Oh
Like,
my
I am
God.
frightened. I'm turning my mic down because this is causing me to peak my volume again. So I'm just gonna, like, turn that the fuck down a little bit. I don't know. I don't know if it's helping, or if I'm just making myself too quiet to hear. Because I don't know how this thing fucking works. Eh!
Streamlabs system. You can put a little filter over the microphone in Streamlabs to do noise reduction in Streamlabs, so you don't have to like worry about Streamlabs picking up things Discord wouldn't.
Also, hold on, I'll BRB.
I have a story
Yes.
about a professor, my art professor, and he was usually pretty quiet. This has things to do with Clown Wife, so I'm gonna put some Clown Wife propaganda on you.
Yes.
He's usually pretty quiet, didn't really talk much, unless it was his lectures or whatever, but I would sit in his room at lunch, just because I didn't feel like moving, and I was covered in paint. Or ink, it was a printmaking class. And he would start to, like, tell me about his wife, and he would just tell me the, like, cutest things about his wife. And, like, this was, like, so unprompted. And, like, his wife and his kids. And I'd be like, oh my god, like, that's so cute. And he'd be like, okay, get out. Like, get out. Don't patronize me.
Like, maybe he didn't think, like, that he let loose, like, some sentimentality, and then he gets called out on it, but, like, oh, that's adorable. And he's like, shut up. I want to shut up.
It's literally what it was.
This
happens.
This 100% happens to Professor Karkat.
Cute.
This 100% happens to Professor Karkat. Like, he's just, there's like a kid staying late, like, well, he's gonna clean up a bit, and then there's just, a student staying late, and he lets loose some accidental anecdote about the clown wife, and then like, oh, that's really sweet and adorable. He's like, fuck you, I'm giving you a D now. How dare you?
He would just, like, talk about, like,
you don't
how,
know
like,
shit about my wife? Keep their name out of your filthy mouth. Like, I didn't say their name. This is Mike Reynolds.
They're so cute. He would talk about, like, how, like, his wife made him dinner or something, and, like, she was, like, singing this song, and, like, he was just like,
what? That's adorable.
and I was like, this is so cute.
That's
This
so
is so cute. You have
fucking
no
sweet.
idea, professor. This is so cute.
That's
and he would,
so cute.
That's just, why am I talking to you?
Yeah, he'd
Get out of my
realize.
class.
Yeah, like, get out.
He'd be
Go.
like, aren't you, like, shouldn't you be normal and, like, go hang out with, like, other people your age instead of, like, sitting in class with a 6-year-old man and, like, the
Hearing
old
about his
lady
wife.
who's still cleaning up, who's been cleaning up for, like, 30 minutes. And I'm like, look, I'm chilling.
Chill, like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You're the only one with a problem here. I'm fine.
You're the one who just unprompted started coming over here and telling me about your wife, which
Yeah.
is, like, adorable.
It's
but,
really
like, okay.
cute, but also don't blame me for this. I didn't do this. You did this. What the fuck am I doing? Also, this is what I would like to know, because I ate my cereal. And it should keep working.
What kind of cereal?
Just Chex. Just rice Chex. They've been sitting
Oh,
in the pantry for a long time.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Ryan did that last night. They were like, "Hey, I would like." They wanted a snack, and they grabbed a bag of like roasted chickpeas or whatever that I had. I was like, "Oh, are those good?" And they were like, "Yeah, they're totally fine." I was like, "I got those in October of 2019. Are you sure?" And they're because they have been open for a while.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "Yeah, no, they're totally fine. Look," and then fed one to the dog too.
Like, that's proof?
And they're like, "Look, the dog likes it." So she like holds it in her mouth to lick it because it's got all that salt on it. And then they crunched a few. I'm like, okay.
No,
Like,
yeah,
fuck,
no,
I
my
was
roommate
watching
is
It's
trying to
Cray.
convince me the expiration dates are fake because they don't
Oh,
obey them
yeah.
up in, like, Antarctica or wherever the fuck
But
ever. And I'm like,
okay.
eh.
I mean, they have some relevance.
They're, yeah, it's like, you gotta, I mean, yeah, like, chart your own course and all that shit, but you gotta be respectful, you know? Mother Nature doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an aunt that, like,
Alright, I'm back.
every time we go and eat at her house, we always, like, watch her in the kitchen, because she will legit, like, peel mold off of, like, salsa and then, like, put it in a bowl at the table for all of us to eat. And it's like, no,
Oh
no,
my
no, no,
God.
no,
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 Disgusting.
no, that's
No.
not okay. Not okay. We don't like that. No.
It's still good.
That's what
gonna-
she thinks.
I'm gonna just, what am I doing? What tool am I using?
You can't do that because the mold spores like get into the food. You can't see them all.
Yeah, she just doesn't. She also, like, will take people's water bottles after everybody leaves and fill them up with tap water and put the lid back on them and put them back in the fridge.
Huh.
So whenever we go over to her house and we want water, we have to, like, see if the water cap snaps because we don't want to be, like, drinking from somebody else's water bottle.
Mhm.
Anyway,
That's-
I have crazy family members.
There's so much going on here, dude. like, like what the fuck,
That's a lot. What the shit?
There's more with that aunt. That aunt
Patsy.
is a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
my great aunt Betty did some weird shit because I literally have this Aunt Betty like that.
Mhm.
That's a phrase that's been in my life for a while. She's my mom's aunt. She's my mom's great aunt. No, she's my mom's aunt, and she God, I think she's still alive. I haven't talked to my family in enough detail to actually know for a while because she was 90 when I was in college. But she's this little old woman who lived in this little apartment in like a particularly Italian part of Connecticut, and like, and she is a little old Italian woman. Like I'm like 3 or 4 inches taller than her, and I'm like 5'2". And I don't know. Every time we went to her house, there was something weird going on. Like my mother always hated that she cooked with like full fat milk, and like she did not skimp on calories on stuff. I was always delayed to go over there, but there was always
Oh my
like
God.
something
Mom.
she'd do something weird with whatever she cooked, or like she'd offer us some sort of weird candy, or we watch something like we do something odd in the living room while we were hanging out and waiting for my mom to like go talk to Betty in the other room. I don't know. It was always something interesting.
Yeah.
There, just make it yellow.
My aunt, like, every time we're there, she says something, like, mildly offensive, and we just sort of like, why would you say that to anybody at all? Like, why do you think that's okay? She always, like, makes some sort of comment about, like, either my mom's hair, and my mom's, like, a cancer survivor, so,
Oh
like,
my god.
you know, like, you don't, like, you just don't. Or she'll, like, make a microaggression about my hair and be like, you know, you would really look a lot better if you like straightened your hair and like
Oh
got
my
rid of
God.
its natural texture. And
What?
It's like, "Ah."
What? No.
Yeah.
That, that's in the that's in a direction entirely not of the. Oh no. Oh no.
Can we
What did
not
they-
do this?
Did I hear that correctly, or do they think that you have naturally straight hair?
I don't.
What are they doing?
I don't know.
I don't know how you can.
I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, burn my hair off forever? Like, I don't think. Like, also, like, fuck you. But, like,
Yeah. What the shit?
he's just like.
I'm crawling in through their window. I'm gonna fuck
And
up
I'm
their
like,
pots and pans with my massive wingspan. I'm just gonna like get in there and cause a big ruckus.
It's fine.
Mhm.
I was playing with Nerf guns with my cousin the last time I was there, and he pushed me, and I fell into the closet door, and it's forever broken. But we
Nice.
didn't tell her.
Good.
Well, he shouldn't have pushed you.
Well, he didn't push me. He like tripped. Well, I don't know. We were. You know how cousins are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling.
And I was like, I'm too big to be doing this, and he was like, wow.
Okay.
And then it's fine.
You know, one thing leads to another, and that's why we're not allowed in that Walmart anymore.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's why we never speak of the guest room.
Never.
Never.
Never. Okay, I need to find
Hell, Pinto. It's broken as hell.
Pinto.
He woke up
Pinto.
and he's now staring at me, and I don't know what he
Pinto.
means, but he's looking.
He's looking. He's looking.
He's looking. He's always
Pinto, you're looking.
looking. He's like, who is saying my name? I'm so confused.
Me, I'm Pinto.
Pinto.
Hi, Pinto.
Pinto.
He's like, what's
Pinto.
going on? What's going on?
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to upset your dog, but I love your dog.
He's not upset. He's
Oh.
like intrigued.
Okay.
He would be
good.
upset if he could see you.
Yeah.
Then he'd be like, no, 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 no,
Get out of this. Get out of this house. You don't
I did
belong
not
in
know
here.
who you are.
Okay, so I need to find. I think it's this creepy fucking cow doll. So it winks. There's a flash where it winks, and I have the assets ripped from a lot of flashes, so I can just pull it from there. But I don't
Nice.
remember which flash it is. So that's a little.
My God, he's even got a gold tooth.
Oh my fucking god. Andrew Hussey, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Fucking get you.
I'm gonna fucking get you. I'm gonna fucking get you. Anyway, where's that goddamn? He's supposed to be a little winky eye that he does. Oh, I see what's wrong. The eyes should not be like that. The eyes should be different. I can fix that later. Why did I draw a new cow doll? Anyway, whatever. Too late. Already did it. I just have to find it. I don't remember what flash it was in though. I don't remember. Let's
Oh, yeah.
go, because I have all of the Homestuck flashes ripped.
Hell yeah.
I have all of them.
Isn't there like a thing that's like supposed to be weird that like Andrew Hussey does in his flashes? Like, doesn't he like animate on ones or something, and that's like weird?
Huh? Not really. I animate on ones sometimes.
Oh,
For
okay.
this.
I've heard people tell me that that's weird, and I'm like, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. So
Well, I wonder if they mean, because, like, well, think about, like, the GIFs that he does, right? The really jittery ones where things are just,
Yeah.
like where the carapacians are just, like, freaking the fuck out and stuff. That's on ones. But, like,
Yeah.
on ones is a term that doesn't super apply. Because what people mean when they say on ones, they mean in, like, film, is, like, 24 frames per second. So, if you were going to animate on ones, that means you have a unique image for every frame, for us, any number of frames. Like, it doesn't have to be for the whole 24 second. It just means, like, hey, this movement is going to be on ones, meaning there's no held frames. And that's usually very expensive to do if you're hand drawing it. But he's using sprites, so that doesn't. Also, he's doing things for GIFs for the internet, so it's not 24 frames per second because it's not film.
Right.
It's not like a film reel being played, or it's not a movie. It's like a movie as we traditionally understand it. It's the web file is just processing these images, and like the speed at which they're going to process is actually variable on a bunch of weird fucking shit that you have no control over, really. So, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, he sometimes, I guess, animates, you would say, on ones. I have some things in, like, the Jake Punch I just did that are on ones. Some parts of the movement, like, they're so fast that you really need, or maybe I spaced it out, I don't remember. These really should be on ones again. Yeah.
I don't know. I just heard that, and then I was like, I don't know what these people are talking about. I'm gonna like, sorry for being weird.
No, not at all. I love talking about this shit. And then can we just do that? Why don't you work? Why Don't you work?
Where?
Ditto.
Photoshop's like, stop switching between things so fast. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know
like,
what's
stop it, I don't want to.
Mm,
I don't know where my phone is, so I can't text my mom and tell her that I emailed her her logo, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take this time of her
There you go.
not telling me what she does and doesn't like about it. So,
Yeah, okay, so I don't have... Ooh. Oh no, I need to extract a bunch of shit. I don't want to though. Maybe it's Seer Descend. Maybe it's Seer Descend. That stupid fucking puppet winks. I know he does.
I think you might be right.
Yeah. God, Homestuck is fucked up.
Interestingly enough, that's one of the flashes that uses Andrew Hussey's emotional support star that I had to change.
Oh my god.
I learned how to decompile flashes just for that purpose.
Shit. Did you have to like open stuff in Flash to re-export that as a, like a SWIF?
There's a program someone made that actually allows you to edit the SWIFT.
Oh,
It actually
Holy shit.
decompiles it and allows you to edit the text stuff
holy shit.
and extract the resources if you want to. Yeah, it's really
Oh
fucking
wait,
useful.
this isn't. Oh, I was thinking of something different. I'm thinking of a different one. I called it the wrong name.
Oh, okay. Well, Seer Descend is definitely the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. That's right. Snap it. Fine.
oh my
It didn't
God.
export the way I wanted it to anyway. So get out of here.
That's the nice thing about OpenBound is because it's HTML5. All the asset files for dialogue are just there in XML files.
Terezi is a character where the more I think about her, unfortunately, like, she's not a good person.
No, she's really not. She has the potential to be, but so do a lot of the characters that aren't.
Yeah. I mean, that's what kind of sucks. The more you think about Homestuck, like, everyone's terrible, but it's, like, kind of fine because they're traumatized kids. It's just that, like, people read it and then they think that these kids aren't terrible, and that's
Right.
not good. Like, all these kids are very fucked up, and have very bad ideas.
Mm-hmm. That's the cycle. You read Homestuck uncritically, you fail to acknowledge the trauma that informs a lot of how these characters act, and then you have really bad opinions about Vriska. That's the cycle.
it. That's the cycle.
We've cracked the code.
We've cracked it.
We figured it out.
Like that's the thing. All these characters are
Maybe
like
it's insert disc.
maybe. They all have these traumas that are not dealt with, and like the comic doesn't act like they do though, which is the weird thing about it. The comic acts like it's all just whatever. It's whatever. Like it's not that it acts like it's fine. It's that it's very uncritical of what happens, which
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't work great.
Oh.
Hi,
It's
Riff.
just an image one.
Hey, Riff.
Riff, hello. We were briefly talking about Professor Karkat a minute ago.
Oh, fuck yes. God, I was like, I don't know what happened, but I was transported when it occurred to me. Like,
It's just
I was like, oh God, call Professor Karkat.
he's a college professor. His back hurts. He won't wear the nice shoes his wife got him.
Nice shoes.
Please.
He'll wear them when he can't wear his tennis shoes anymore.
Well,
When they
Karkat,
inevitably fall apart
please.
in the middle of class.
Crab, they love you. They're trying to help you.
Is it not enough for me to just suffer, and that's how I prove that I'm a good person?
No, they hate when you suffer because your wife loves you, idiot. Stupid.
Sus
Fucking
as hell.
dumbass.
Fucking idiot. Okay. I'm trying to find a flash also. Where the Caldol winks, because I know it's real. I know it's real, but I can't remember which one it is. And if it's Cascade, I'm gonna die.
It is real.
It's real. It's
I
real.
remember it happening. Can I tell you where? No.
Yes, please. Oh God. It's like, please do though. Chat. Does anyone in chat know? I'm gonna have to ask.
I like. There's too much Homestuck for
Other
me to
Cole
remember
probably
when
will know if I tweet asking.
Oh, other Cole is the
Yeah.
good brain.
Well, other Cole is also like a Homestuck nerd, like in a very specific way that happens to specific kinds of people that I appreciate. Because I'm that way too. It's just I don't have it in my brain.
Are we sure it's not in like a GIF
It
near
might.
like the beginning of Dave's introduction or something? Like,
I feel like there's, but the thing is, I know the motif that I think is playing during it. So
Do you remember what it is?
Atomic Empire? No, wait, no. It's like that end of fuck. Why don't I know the names of Homestuck songs? I'm a fake Homestuck fan. No, because Atomic Empire is the this is
Chad is suggesting sound reader mental breakdown.
Yeah, that's
maybe,
what I was wondering.
maybe. That sounds about right.
That's actually it.
Yeah. Okay, let's find it. Where is it? Hello? Why is it not on the list? Maybe it's not maybe it's just a GIF page. No! Come on, find it. We have John and Carcat's mental breakdown. We don't have reader mental breakdown in the Homestuck flash image and audio extracts for some ungodly reason. Nothing's godly about any of this, though. So, that's on me. Here, I'm just gonna Google it. This was in reaction to, like, yeah, MSP reader, mental breakdown. It's there. It's real. Why is it not on the list? It's not in this list. Oh, because this archive stops at game over. But I thought mental breakdown was in reaction to the revelation about the Gamzee and the Caldol that happened near Cascade. I'm wrong about that, though, obviously. This is half
It's
of...
in the middle of Act 6, intermission
Of
5.
fucking course it is. Jesus Christ.
Could the assets
God.
that are in the Homestuck unofficial collection
Damn.
help with this?
sorry. No, yeah. No, that's what I torrented. I'm thinking
Yes,
of
the Calwink is in here.
Okay, well.
It's the green outfit. It's as close of his face. He winks at around 2 minutes and 20 seconds into it.
Oh, fuck.
Crow.
Hey!
Crow!
It's the crow.
Oh, that's right. They got rid of the... Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find an extract.
Yeah. I have the unofficial collection if you want me to pull it out of there.
Yeah, but this... I thought I had it, but apparently my rip that I got in August of this year doesn't go past game over.
Yeah.
So... But that's an X6. That should be in there. Maybe it doesn't have the name. 7448. We should be at 74. Oh wait, it stops at 6397. Oh, it's just past it. What the fuck? I thought this was cohesive. in the flash files? Is it like?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh hey Crow,
No.
you have dropped more Crow
Thank you
pictures
for the
us.
dogs.
Oh, what a
Thank
good
This
you.
this one of the dog being hold is like me in like multiple different situations.
Yeah, this we are collectively the arms. The Act 8
Yeah,
stream crew
I
is
think as soon as I
collectively
entered
the
this call, this became me.
arms. Yes.
Nice. Oh,
Oh,
such a good dog.
Lordy. I made a post that was like, I'm gonna get a spade tattooed on the back of my
Hell is
middle
that?
finger, so when I flip people off, it means I love you and Homestuck.
No, I thought we got a creepy doll link right before like the explore motif in like the other Descent. Maybe they reused it because I can get that one.
Hmm.
Where there S Descend. Let's look in there. That's always fun to look at anyway. Descend is a really good flash. People don't remember how fucking good it is. Like Cascade is great, but how soon we forget Descend. Descend fucks.
I listen to the track a lot because it's
so
really a
good.
fantastic combination
It's
of a bunch of leitmotifs.
so good. What the fuck? Okay. Also, where is it? Hello. Can I have it, please? What? Where is it? Get in here. Where are you?
Ooh.
What? It doesn't have it? Why doesn't it have it? You have the flash file. Why don't you have the audio and image assets? Where did they fucking go? Did I kill them?
Did you murder Homestuck, Momo?
I think I must have. Can I
I like
extract
this
the
bat
files?
eating a watermelon.
Yeah, I like its little bat toes.
Can I do that?
Yeah. I was trying to convince my mom to get
No.
a bat house so that we could have
Okay,
a home
hold
for
on.
bats, and it was a good time.
Nice.
Okay, because there should be. Maybe it's in extras. No. No.
No, not fucking. Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
I
I
love-
have the files. I have the 3 images for the thing. It's just that when I went to export it, decided I should be going to my goddamn OneDrive thing I never use,
Oh no.
rather than
no,
the
no, no, no.
actual thing I
The
give a
weird
shit
thing
about.
is I'm supposed to have a zip file full of the Descend assets, but for some reason it's the only one that's missing from this goddamn list, and I don't know
This is-
why.
I got the one from the MSPA reader one.
Yeah. Oh, that
So
works
hold
too.
on,
I mean,
I'll
I'm just-
message it
it's
to
just weird to me that I don't have Ascend. I mean, Descend.
you.
like, I should have it.
Yeah,
Like, why is it not here?
that is weird.
Ah.
What is it? Hold on.
So go to Homestuck Flash Files, and
Oh,
Descend
there it is.
is right there.
It's
S
3
Descend.
PNGs. I'm sending it to you now.
Thank
There
you.
you go.
I'm gonna I think just zoom in real close on the eye. We're gonna
Yeah.
expand.
E. Ha, this bat is cute.
I love its little bat toes.
Yeah.
Can I have the image, please? God, that sucks.
Oh yeah, I woke up late and I was late to work by 30 minutes.
Shit.
No.
Or actually 40 minutes.
Oh,
Oh no.
Yeah, I like slept through my alarm and I was like, oh wait a minute. And then I looked up and like, ah shit, it's 6:45. I wish I was 2 hours late so then I could sleep more.
Hmm.
Okay.
Fuck.
Now we have
God.
to just grab this horrible thing.
Momo,
Hi, hello, Crow.
why?
Hi.
You should have been here last night for our house swap playthrough.
Oh, sorry, it was raid night for Destiny. I was making maps
see.
for my Destiny friends.
That's fair.
Oh, there's the
We
games
just,
you might make sent actually Medium article. Everyone needs to shut up.
we spent the night putting pogs into things and calling Jake English a colonizer.
I mean,
Not Jake
he is.
English, more like
Jake Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I?
And
save
also, he's a
this?
bad dad.
Worst dad.
Yeah. Joey has like 4 other siblings. I mean, it's only 3 if you're not counting epilogue, but still.
Why does Jake have so many kids?
Cause he.
I mean, I don't want to make you have to say it. I know what you mean. Don't worry, I get you. But also, like, I don't like why. You know, like,
You don't have to like
wanna
it.
know
It
why
just is
Jake
what
has-
it is.
I want to know why Jake has African mask in the manor.
I don't like that.
So bad.
That's pretty bad.
Oh, hold up. I'll be right back. I've got a package. to ship.
God. I was replaying Hive Swap last night. Just Jake. Like every little detail we get is like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? What is this man doing?
He's being a
It's like,
bad
Have you looked at
father.
your kid
He's
recently?
collected.
Are you?
Like, I made a tweet where I was just like, you know what? I'm glad that Joey took the key because I don't trust Grandpa trying to go on Alternia and trying to, like, I don't know, get a troll head on his fucking mantle.
Oh god, I don't trust. Yeah, like that's the thing about Jake, unfortunately. Like, and I wrote that into Act 8 a little bit. Like his conversation with Kanaya is very, because what he has is like he has this Laura Croft and like fucking noble savage trope shit where he just wants to go off into the uncivilized world and have his fucking adventures.
Jake be like, trolls are so exotic.
No, for real though. Like he literally does. Like yeah, and it's not good.
Jake, you don't want to do that.
Jake, please. Why
Jabs
is
him in the chest. You don't want to do
yeah,
that.
no. Because like it doesn't really like we don't. His character isn't productively about that issue. Like it doesn't address it. It's just throwing it out there and like and you're like so are we gonna do anything about that? And they're like what?
Yeah, that's.
I guess
like,
that
what?
Tavros truly is in the right for killing Grandpa.
Oh no, absolutely. Tavros has never done anything wrong.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because some people will be like, he killed Grandpa, he's the
Like,
worst.
good.
But it's like, not only is Grandpa actually the worst, but then I actually read past that page and then I see like Vriska more or less egging / enabling him on about doing it in the first place. Like, alright.
It's like, okay.
I mean, we all know what's going on here. It's that you can't criticize Vriska.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's also
why.
just, like, there's a certain subset of characters who they're brought up as like when they're murdered, it's like, well, they killed someone. But I'm like, I'm not gonna pretend I care what happens to Grandpa Harley.
No,
Like,
Right.
I don't.
Like, obviously people care more so about Jade, but like, let's be fair. I'm sure that Grandpa was gonna be there for at least a few more days before moving on. So
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
it's like, had he not died, he would have found a way to neglect her.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
I care about Jade too, but also in that conversation, Vriska was like, "Way to go for like mind controlling the dog and shooting the grandpa." Anyways, Jade's a moron.
It sucks. Like he legitimately thought like, oh, this is a dangerous adult because you don't want to be around adults if you're an
Yeah,
Alternian.
right.
Like I will get rid of him because I don't know what parents are.
Look
And
what
it's
I
like it's
got.
funny, like it's a funny gag, and then I don't know why
Yeah.
we're upset with him for.
Well, apparently the
funny
reason that we're
gag.
upset is because he kills grandpa and then apparently, quote unquote, starts to hit on Jade, and I'm like,
Yeah, like he does,
and he
but
kind of,
I don't know.
I think
like,
at a certain point he sort of like backs off, but like obviously the lack of context doesn't tell you that
he's trying to
obviously going
LARP
on this,
as
like,
the fucking douchebag that
yeah.
Vriska thinks she
Yeah.
wanted him to be, but she doesn't because she doesn't want to be in the fucking stupid Mind Fang summoner dynamic, actually. She just thought that she did based on reading the journal and thinking, oh, this lady's cool. I'll do
Yeah.
whatever this lady did. What? It's not making me happy? Whatever. I'm not. It's not. That's not.
Yeah, it's
let's
like,
not examine
is
that.
Guess
it,
this is what I have to do with my
is it,
life forever.
yeah, it's like, is it bad that Jade had to end up being raised by a dog and it didn't necessarily do her right? Yes, absolutely. Is Tavros the evil villain of Homestuck because of it? No.
No.
Yes, obviously.
No. Oh, why? Why are you? I'm
God,
just
Also,
anyways.
look in chat. Look in chat. I got
Mhm.
this
Oh.
just now.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
He will oversee our efforts.
We're gonna grab him like Kermit.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Riff. While I struggle in the animation minds, I need to hear more things about Professor Carcat for my health.
I feel like he stumbled ass backwards into a poli-sci major.
No, yeah.
And, like, he's not happy about it because the signless connection pretty much rates itself, and
Yeah.
he doesn't like that feeling.
No, he doesn't like it.
But he's just really pretty good at it.
Yeah,
is the thing.
Is
And,
the
like,
thing
unlike
about it.
most poli-sci majors, he's self-aware to a certain degree.
Right,
so-
no, Karkat is self-aware. It's like a lot of the boys in Homestuck people say aren't self-aware. They're self-aware. They're just, they don't do anything good with it. Like, they're self-aware.
There's like a joke running around on TikTok of like great self-awareness.
Yeah.
Now work on it.
Now work on it. Yeah, like there's a step 2. They just can't do the step 2 for whatever reason, and that's because Homestuck like is Karkat and Dirk. Like Homestuck is the same thing as Karkat and Dirk as characters. What Karkat and Dirk are as characters, Homestuck is as a story.
Golly. Janaya,
Yes.
have you read JoJo's Before-Us fanfic she's writing?
Not yet.
Alright, first of all, she's blazing by real quick on that. But also, I read the Cronus chapter.
How was it?
My influence.
Your
Nice.
influence, your dark
Also,
powers.
there is quote unquote poorness in this chapter, but not the way you
Okay.
expect.
The only thing is I gotta hear that word every time.
Yeah,
That's the
the
only
other
thing about
option
it.
is-
That's what it's called.
Unfortunately, your other option is Rim Crow, Momo, so you have to choose wisely.
No. Can we just call it like porcro or something? Like porcro? Like
No.
no. foolish eye.
Listen, we don't make the rules.
Homestuck cannot acknowledge that
We
they
merely
made the
enforce
clowns.
them.
I
Yeah.
don't make the rules.
Yeah.
I conceive them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Homestuck can't get its fucking shit together.
Not like this.
God.
Oh no, what have I done?
I'm making
Right.
clowns, and I'm so happy with this.
Oh
clown.
yeah.
I'm having.
I gotta finish my I gotta
so
finish
glad
my
that
furry
happened.
stuck zine piece. This is partially relevant because I made Gamzee into a lion.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I think I've shown it before, but it's been a bit, and I like added a bit to it. Like I can't really add too much to it because I'm like, okay, I'm over this piece now. But like, I'm gonna try and get it done today so I can mark it off my list because it's been there for months, even though I really just had to tweak some stuff up.
Okay.
Everyone will have to deal with the fact that I can't think of background for shit. So
Yeah.
It's okay, me neither.
I think that backgrounds are a
Backgrounds are
figment.
bad. Yeah, absolutely. Total figment. Absolute figment.
Yeah, how can you be in the background? Well, how can something be in the background if something is always in front of you?
His little half-open eye. It's kind of freaking me out.
No, it's creepy. Let's
Kinda
start.
nasty.
He's a nasty boy. Let's. Okay. Since he's got a wiggle little bit, I'm gonna make sure that we have enough buffer. And yes, it works. Okay. And let's just. Meh.
Alrighty.
Okay, there's this
I
creepy
am-
eye. Because
I'm in
eyes
the
are...
process of.
Sorry.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Eyes are a big thing in Act 8. They're like... It's... fuck, now I have to
Lots of
remember how to talk and
eyes.
say words. My pain shit has fucked up my brain real bad. I was talking about it earlier, but like I just can't language as good when this shit is happening. I'm trying, so thank you everybody for your patience. So, I think a lot about what Homestuck really is. It's like it's a lot about the anxiety of perception and wanting to like perceive things from like the limits of your own perspective, and then like the anxiety of being perceived by others and their perspectives and never having access to that, and not ever really being able to see reality from like outside of it. Like you'll never have that kind of, you're limited, you're stuck in your brain, you're stuck, like your eyes are the windows to your soul, but they're also the bars on your fucking cage, like and that's kind of the anxiety that I think that's at the core of all this. And I think the reason I think it's a good thing to write a story about is it's kind of fucking true, but also you just have to come to a point where you just deal with it. Like
Yeah.
that's just reality. You have to accept the conditions of reality. You just gotta
Right.
deal with it. You can't become so much of a coward of what it really means to be like an existing person that you become totally dysfunctional, like the bad end for Dirk or like Lord English. You can't do it.
Right.
Yeah. So like the
Yeah, like
eyes when
you're-
it,
Yeah, go ahead.
So whenever we see like eyes or the black hole is obviously like a kind of eye. It's like the eye of God or something. And it's like you shouldn't covet the eye of God, right? You shouldn't want that. It's not a good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's like I think that's an interesting thing in general. I know that's something. I know that's something at least the routes I'm writing for New Game Plus, and I think a lot of the routes for New Game Plus are kind of touching on is the idea that like at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you're living your life regardless. Like there is no getting out of that.
Mhm.
Like you can't just be like, well, I don't like this, so I'm gonna be like weirdly existential all the time and just refuse to live. It's like you can either kind of try to make the most of what you've got, or just like not. And
like-
that's kind of those are your two options.
It's like, yes, I too am tormented with existential horror, but I'm not a
Right.
fucking dick about it. So like, calm down.
You know, either make the most out of it or shut the fuck up. Like
Yeah.
it's you deal with your own problems, and like it's fine to be, you know, if you're someone that can't do that and you're gonna deal with like having to deal with that yourself, like that sucks, and that's something that's deserving of support and empathy. But like to take that and then use it to like shit on other people is bad.
Yeah,
That's like that's why I don't
exactly.
like Alt Dirk the way he's portrayed in the epilogues.
I don't find the way Alt Dirk is portrayed to be very fun for me. Like
Alt Dirk is only good when I do it because I wrote Homestuck, but in the good timeline.
Yes, that is true.
I do
I
not
wish I lived in that
writing
timeline.
Homestuck, but in the sad timeline with all the weird stuff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so tired and in pain. I was about to name drop somebody I shouldn't name drop.
Who?
Yeah. No, the one person.
Who?
You know who I hate. There's one person I really blame for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And his name is Andrew Hussey. Okay, like for real. It really is his. We can't just scapegoat other people. This guy was responsible for,
I mean,
What he did.
his attitude towards the whole thing created a lot of the patterns that we saw repeated by other
Exactly.
people, and like that's like the thing is, like, I don't think that he's like beyond all redemption. I think that he just kind of uncritically supports that and has continued to do that, and like he could definitely do better, but he doesn't wanna.
If
So
a man shows you who he is, believe him.
yeah, exactly. That's fucking legit. Like, you know, it is what it is. Shit. No getting
Shit,
around it.
indeed.
I'm
unfortunately.
thinking about the fact that Hussey's been coming out with these selfies, and I keep thinking to myself as everyone keeps being,
Don't let that man normalize himself. We need to unnormalize Andrew Hussey.
I'm just thinking here, I'm like, wow, everyone is so hypnotized by Hussey's fashion that they totally forgot that he's still not redeemed, and also he has a gun in his pocket.
A gun?
Does he have a gun in his pocket? I didn't see it. I was
I'm
looking
gonna
for
find the
it.
picture for you.
Please do. I'm not questioning you. I'm just like, I didn't notice
Yeah,
that. I was
don't worry.
looking.
You don't see it at first, but someone pointed it out. I was like, oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, I know. That's legit.
Andrew
God
Hussey.
damn it, Andrew.
God. I remember having brunch with
Oh.
Andrew only a year ago. What?
Oh,
Where does
no.
time go?
Oh, no.
Down the drain.
Oh, the sprite color. Oh, over this right, because. Okay.
That's not Andrew Hussey. That's someone who
Gotcha,
took Andrew
dude.
Hussey, but without any hyphens or anything. There we go. Oh, he's E-Boy Hussey. My mistake. So silly.
Yes, he's E-Boy, Hussey. How did you forget?
Yeah.
It's
Hussey,
his
I will forgive you
identity
for all of
now.
them, if you give me this snack platter that is in your selfie.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
If you want to know
I
how
don't
to
know,
make
maybe-
your selfies look like Andrew Hussey selfies, I can easily show you how to do that. It's not dissimilar from my own photographic
I don't wanna
processing
do that.
techniques.
Yeah.
This is
I remember,
weird.
I remember like last night we were talking about like obviously it was probably a last minute thought to do so. So it's like, you know, whatever. It's obviously a casual setup for this. But I like look at this picture of Hussey clearly playing high swap, and I think to myself, dang, this could have been something that they could have shown like in the beginning of this year without any other
yeah.
context, and that could have been the bare minimum of like updates about it still being worked on that we could have received.
Oh, absolutely. That's like square fucking one.
You know, basic marketing, all that.
Yes, indeed.
If you want to succeed, you sell out, remember?
Yeah.
Yes,
Hussey,
that's
I
how
will
that
If you want
forgive you.
other
if you
people to
get
have
your-
a good time ever, you're a sellout, you remember?
Yeah.
I'm so goddamn tired. If he has that gun, he better shoot me. Like, that better be for shooting me. Like, just
Better
get it
make it
over
count.
with, right? Like, fucking do it. Do it. You won't.
I think he should give me the gun and I should shoot him.
Okay. Yeah.
In Minecraft.
Oh, in Minecraft. In Minecraft, of course. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. In Minecraft. In Minecraft.
Yes.
Hey, I found it. That's a shiny gun. I can't tell if it's real or not.
Hold on.
I'm burning up, burning up.
Why do you have a
Where'd
gun, buddy? Who are you gonna shoot?
Where is it?
Hold on, I'm gonna send it.
What are
People
you-
in
what are
the
you gonna
things will be
do?
like, why are you posting a picture of Hussey? It's like,
Reasons.
Reasons.
So,
Yeah, no.
here's the weird
There
thing.
you
So,
go.
like,
Oh, yeah.
the weird thing with this Prowl doll is, like, this is the version that's been sitting in the dirt and they, like, darkened, like, the skin of the doll. I'm not gonna look into it. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just not gonna fucking think about it. That's not
Does
happening.
he like think he's cool? Because this isn't even a good picture.
I don't know that that's a real gun.
oh yeah, it looks very shiny and too reflective. So I'm like,
yeah, it looks
hmm.
fake as
I
shit.
never looked. I don't think I've. Okay, that's a lie. I was gonna be like, I've never been near a real gun. Like, I think I've been in a gun shop before, but like, I haven't been near a real gun in a long time. But even I can tell that it's not too reflective. I guess my question is, why do you have it? Why are you packing fake heat?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know.
Why you
I
pack it?
don't know.
bitch?
I don't know.
Why you?
So he can scare people
Hussey.
away when the clowns try to roll up on him.
Mm-hmm.
When me and the clowns try to roll.
Little does he know, we can't be killed by guns.
We
He
can't be killed
canonized
by
that.
guns. You canonize that, buddy.
I can't be
Mhm.
killed by guns because I'm already dead.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking I don't know, right? That's the problem. I'm trying. I just want to know what your expectations are, sir.
Wait, he's
Because
an evil
apparently
now.
that's something I have to deal with, even though I don't think so. I don't think I should have to deal with. Why is the eye a different fucking size? Why? Oh, I guess it's fine. It
Yeah,
doesn't
let me
matter.
just see
It
if
doesn't
there's
matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So, I'm gonna. I just. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna keep looking to see if they say anything interesting all over at the Homestuck team Twitter.
Has they been
Nothing
answering
from-
more questions?
Nothing new from the last time. I mean, Let's see. I'm just gonna go to the main Curious Cat. Give it a second.
I have been off Homestuck Twitter, and it has been so peaceful in my mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, I run Homestuck Twitter, so I can't go yet.
Yeah.
I don't get paid for it though. That'd be nice. I'm probably on like the biggest blacklist in terms of people to not associate with Pumpkin.
I don't know. I think a lot of the problems is they just, I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
words right now. My body's in too much fucking pain.
Yeah, it's like on one hand, I'm not like
Take a
I'm not like
ibuprofen.
major.
I took
blocker or
ibuprofen
anything.
yesterday. I can't keep taking it. It's
Yes,
bad for
you
my body.
can.
No, it's really not good for you. I'm serious. If anyone's listening, do not take, like, if you have chronic pain, do not take ibuprofen for that shit. It's not good for you. Okay?
What is
like,
chronic pain specifically?
That's just like it's a word that describes like a broad range of experiences, but basically if you have anything that's like causing enough pain for you for a lot, like I think it's longer than 6 months, where it's keeping you from activities or it's distracting or it's like just impeding your life, I guess is like the standard. So you can have like people who are in serious fucking 8 to 10 pain every single day. That's not me. But then you have just stuff where it's like a constant 6 all the time, in my neck and in my arm. And sometimes it's more. Sometimes I wake up and it's like, hi, 8. And sometimes it's less. Sometimes it's like a 3, but it's like, it's never gone. Like, I'm past the point where it's ever been gone for like months now. And like, I work around it. I can usually just deal with it. But it's like I keep finding things I think help, but then they stop working after a couple weeks, and it's like it's bad. It's just like it's literally what it says on the tin. It's pain that is like chronic. Like it's a long-term pain issue that typically doesn't have a solution. Typically, there's not something you can do about it. I might be able to like maybe get some physical therapy if it's like a physical issue with a nerve in my spine or something, but not right now because COVID. I'm not going to a hospital right now. So like typically like there's not a solution because if you can stop having that much pain, you just will. You'll find a fucking way. You'll go see a doctor if you can. But there's just a lot of people who have like long-term pain issues are so fucking normal, especially in certain like kinds of employment or jobs, and also if you don't have access to healthcare, you can't fix whatever's wrong, so you're just in pain. That's why we've got the fucking opioid crisis, really. It's like people just can't, like, they can't stop working, which is what's causing their pain. They can't quit working their job. And they can't, like, take a vacation to do a bunch of physical therapy and rest. And they can't afford physical therapy. It's really fucking expensive. And then people are just in pain, and then they get addicted to opioids because it's the only shit that works. Because like the ibuprofen they take for like cramps and shit, like it'll take care of that, but it won't knock the shit out just because like your body is like, I don't know why it doesn't work, but it just doesn't fucking work that well. Like it worked a little bit yesterday when I took it, or the day before. I don't remember, but like it doesn't really fucking work.
No, it's just not always a thing you can do. Like, I know that I have joint problems, but I went to see the rheumatologist when I was, like, 17, because my mom took me before I went to college. He was like, well, you're just gonna have to exercise more so that your joints don't hurt. I'm like, alright, and I, like, did regular-ish exercise for a while, and I haven't been able to for a bit. But, like, part of the issue with that is that if my joints hurt, then I can't exercise through that because that'll be worse. And then I just sort of sit there in a lot of pain going, yeah, a previous exercise would have helped me, right? That doesn't do shit for me right now, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like that just sort of, then you end up in a further cycle of like, well, I hurt a lot because I didn't exercise. I didn't exercise because I hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And then several months pass.
Yeah.
You try and you can't. Your uptime to start exercising again isn't like you can't just like push through how much pain you're in after exercising because of your stupid joints, and then etc. etc. I don't know. Yeah,
And massage your joints.
Rad does that a lot for me.
Nice. I'll do like what I did, and like I don't know, step on your back. Does that help?
Sometimes it does. Yes, my back does often crack like a little fucking glow stick.
Oh,
Along with many of my other joints, including but not limited to ankles, knees, wrists, thumbs, and jaw.
God, yeah, my jaw's been cracking a lot lately, like really
so you
loud.
want me to step on your jaw?
That doesn't sound like a good idea. I feel like I might solve the problem by no longer like having a neck that lets me feel any part of my body. I feel like that could
You
that
mean
could
like
accomplish it.
you mean like Rayman?
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean I'd be dead.
Ah.
I mean you would just kind of kill me and take me out of my misery that way. But I have shit to do. I can't die. Like yes, every moment of being
You can
awake
become a poltergeist so you
is-
can still physically exist among us.
Yeah, I don't really believe in ghosts is the
Damn
thing,
it.
so that doesn't work for me. Because if you don't believe,
in
I don't believe in ghosts. Like,
No, Mom.
Why would you say that and then breathe next to me as I spout out about the dream bubbles?
It's just
By
I
the
feel
way,
like
I think that
if I don't believe in ghosts, I'm definitely not gonna get to be one. Like, they're not gonna let me
well, you know what, Momo? You know what I gotta say to that?
Ghosts.
You know what I gotta say to that,
in.
Momo?
What?
If there's a dream bubble, if there was a band in the dream bubble, they would call themselves the Poltergeist.
Oh.
Aw.
You gotta write that one down.
Why is it not enough? Someone's
Oh
munching.
yeah, I got the Twitter open. Oh god, let's not
No,
spin
that's
like
me.
that in this chair again. God. Okay, yeah, so I looked on the Homestuck team. Let's see. Who all is involved with this account specifically? Answer. Whoever is active on current Homestuck projects and wants to participate. That's very vague, because if that's
That is
the
so
case, I should be on
vague.
the team.
What do you mean by
Right.
Homestuck projects? You mean official Homestuck projects? I mean, I think you do. So, do you mean what pumpkin employees? Do you mean people who are on payroll? Like, what
Yeah,
do
Right.
you
like,
mean?
Like,
they
what do
probably
you mean
the
by
What
that?
Pumpkin, they probably mean the What Pumpkin team, but they very clearly didn't specify,
They
so it's
said
very much
that.
a good opportunity for
I mean, I
everyone
get
to be
it.
charged.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that to some extent because if somebody isn't comfortable participating in it, you don't want to drag them out onto the dance floor by specifying everyone with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like, let's be fair, and
Just,
like,
just
you'll
say.
get-
Sorry.
Mhm.
Just say what pumpkin employees or staff working on
Yeah.
official projects who want to participate. That's the complete sentence.
Yeah.
You're done.
Like,
No? Yeah.
I get it on one hand, if anything, because I know that the specification for why they aren't going to be naming names out is you don't want someone to go over to like someone's personal Twitter and like
Exactly.
give them a
Because
death threat
people
because
don't
they
know how to
like
fucking
them.
behave.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
the worst, and I get that.
I've already seen acting up around this, and it's just fucking annoying.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying. Like at this point, you've already kind of lost me, but I'm not gonna cause
Yeah.
shit for you because like not, it's not a problem for me if you decide you're gonna start trying now, right? Like that's
Honestly,
that's
the
not a
only
problem.
way that they can have any kind of like not trust but open me up to the opportunity of something being a little better is like if they like pulled like a season 3 of a show and added a new character, aka a new face to the team. And every time I talk about this stuff, it always sounds like I'm specifically talking about me. I'm not. I'm just saying in general that it would be nice to have someone that has a better perspective on like the community and the fandom and how that works.
Yeah.
Like I think this is at least better than the
It is.
Discord
It is.
server.
Oh, it's better than a Discord server that isn't actually a Discord server that they're using because they just fucked off and now it's just like the same 4 people who are very weird about some stuff, like really fucking weird. Like that
Yeah.
person from yesterday. That was really strange.
Oh, I haven't been looking in there.
No, the one that I told you about already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how's this? How do you get a job as animators on your project? Do you look for work they've done, or the animators look for you? Answer: we find a lot of the artists we work with through the fandom, and all of us on the team are fans ourselves, will directly approach artists we feel would be a good fit for particular projects. Great. So I
Okay.
should expect to hear some people in my reanimate should be there then.
Uh-huh.
We're all over
Oh,
here.
you
hitting
know
like-
they're not.
Like here's the thing. So a lot of the art and stuff that was released for Hive Swap, like all that concept art that we were fed for like multiple years, not including like none of the stuff that we got at all after Act 1. All of that was for Act 1, or it was for some like little concepts for Act 2. Like
Yeah.
the train station and like the train crash, that was all concepts for Act 2, and all the more complete stuff, like the stuff that Bleak Squeak drew and all that, that's stuff that you find within the actual like environmental design of Act 1. So first of all, that's my little thing of also saying I hope when Act 3 is being worked on, we actually get some updates that would show us new art. But also, if they're looking for new animators and now have like a team, like have more time now to like look for people that could like do that for them, and just have a little bit more variety. Again, the Homestuck Reanimated project has existed for a whole year now, and we have a wide amount of names that are connected to the projects, in which case there's a lot of really good ones. Like Zell Pixel's animation is
Oh,
out of
fuck
this
yeah.
world. Go hire Zell. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, God, but
I cannot
yeah.
believe that you can, like, I don't know, they're like, well, we'll pick who we wanna pick. I'm like,
Well-
alright, so you're gonna pick your friends? What does it mean? This is
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
vague and frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm bitter and
Also, I
I
haven't
don't know,
really
like,
seen-
that's
I
what
haven't
I-
really seen
that's what I-
examples of newbies.
That's kind of what I worry about. Okay, now I remember what I was gonna say, like at the fucking start of the stream. So like, on one hand, I do want, I guess, this interaction with fan work and like something where everyone can benefit, where everyone is set up to benefit. Like, people's fan work should be shared in a centralized way. Homestuck should like embrace and give people like work to give people like direct exposure and support them so that we can have this what we want, which is this decentralized community of independent creators getting support from a diverse variety of readers and providing diverse options for those readers. That's what we want, right? Yeah, like that would sound great. But like the problem is going to be that like the kind of favoritism is going to be shown or accused of being shown. Like the accusations of nepotism are going to come up if people like are brought into this walled garden. Like there's that accountability. Like they just know they're going to get scrutinized if they do that. If they try and like expand and then bring more people into the fold, it's always going to be like, okay, what are the parameters of this happening? Because it's really not unfair. Because you might have someone like Redacted who would deliberately try and keep me out because I like Gamzee. Like
Yeah.
So
I feel like
I don't
they
know.
could deal with that if they were really committed to being conscientious, because like there are other fandoms like the Sonic fandom where they've absolutely drawn writers and artists from the community, and then they've gone on to do like professional stuff because they have a process of like vetting them and looking at their work and how it fits into things, and they're not just like, oh, you're my buddy, so you can like do this thing. Like that's great for fan projects, not so great for like the official work. And like Homestuck, like I was talking about this a little bit with like regards to merch and stuff. Homestuck has the potential to be one of these like like little niche geek fandoms that's got like a surprisingly robust fan base, but it's not, because they have this weird attitude about it. Like they're gonna just like, it's like they have all these opportunities and they're just like, no. And it's really frustrating because like I can see the potential, but it's like they're unwilling to deal with those
I think I just
bad
don't.
things about it.
Yeah, I think I just don't really trust this environment to like to do any of the
I get
gatekeeping
it.
that you would need do, because you would have like bad content and bad people. You can't just promote
Right.
everyone equivocally. There is some responsibility you have to take of that. But it's like, could we just have fucking Homestuck anarchism? Could we just have Homestuck anarchism where everyone's allowed to start a Patreon?
Right.
Everyone's like allowed to share the
Yeah,
same
like
hashtags.
genuinely. Right.
Delete the official
genuinely
Twitter. Delete
actually
the
do
official
thing.
Twitter. Disband What Pumpkin. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
sorry,
well,
but that's seriously what I want. Like,
The idea of having like a hashtag I thought was a good one, like what Uber's doing with this Fanstuck Friday thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's a good example of like they could just
Like-
retweet the hashtag. Like it's not
Get
not
rid of-
favoritism.
get rid
they're
of-
promoting it.
get rid of What
Instead
Pumpkin.
picking and choosing and stuff like that, because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, obviously people are like, retweet art, but then if you retweet one art, someone's going to be like, why didn't you retweet this? And so it's
Mhm,
like if people
mhm.
use like that particular hashtag, it'll be a little bit more of a equivalent like fairness about who is retweeted and all that.
Right.
Yeah, especially that's like fuck. The McElroys did the Zonecast hashtag. They'd like run through and pick random names out of that, and it probably wasn't completely random,
Mhm.
but
Right.
like that, like it's also up to chance to some degree.
Yeah, this is also asking a bit, but sometimes I also remember how the IDW Sonic writers and artists sometimes will even have like little live streams and stuff where they'll like
yeah.
share like casual conversation about like the comic, maybe even very occasionally Blue Moon sneak peeks about new things, and it's like answering questions. It's like that's good. Like it can't be done all the time, but it's good. And also I know people who just casually do that, and if they get fan art, they'll have like the fan art that is drawn like showcasing in like a little slideshow throughout the stream.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess here's my question is like I'm genuinely curious when they were all hired on to What Pumpkin, what kind of expectation setting there was for interaction with the community and level of responsibility there. Because
It seems like
my
almost
thing is, like,
none.
yeah, my thing is like they're very much approaching it as though it is a fan project. Like if you're organizing a fan project, you're gonna draw from writers that you know, probably people you've had interactions with. And you may interact a little bit with the fan community, but ultimately it's more focused on getting your own work out there. And like, this might be fine if it was a fan project. If I signed on to do a fan project, I too would be confused about having to manage a fan base. However, you signed on with the official team. And I'm really curious what kind of meetings
Why
there
do we
were
need a
around that.
centralized like brand making all the money at all? Why does anybody need to have that job? It's a stupid job. Let's get rid of it.
Right.
Let's just make like a union and like just make a process that lets people like get some legal advice. Let's band together and just like create an entry pathway to people making their own Patreons, getting like quote unquote license like Nintendo is doing for its like when you make games for its platform. Let's just have Homestuck
Right.
become a platform for creators. Fuck this What Pumpkin shit. Like, I'm sorry, that's such a mean thing to say, but no one's happy. Everyone's upset all the time. No one's succeeding. All the projects are failing or just limping along. Like, come on, let's do something else. Let's do this. Like, let's be the daring forefront of independent creative fandoms.
Admittedly,
claim to
even
be
though What
supporters.
Pumpkin is heavily associated with Homestuck, it's not, the company has not been as old as Homestuck because they're definitely like, the only things I could honestly say is that very clearly Homestuck is not just a What Pumpkin thing, it's also a Viz thing, so it wouldn't be
Exactly,
probably
we can't. Unfortunately, yeah, because we already fucked up, and so I say we.
Yeah.
It's like no, it wasn't. It wasn't us.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like Hussey already sold it. We already fucked it up.
I don't know what's with Andrew making these bad deals, but he keeps going. Bad deal, bad.
You don't want to be responsible. I can tell you don't want to be responsible, but then like, why are you death gripping the fucking responsibility?
Yeah,
'Cause
but
he's
yeah.
Dirk.
He's Dirk.
I-
God
all I can really conclude with it, going back to the Twitter thing, is like, if they are going to be saying that they are looking around for animators whenever they need them, then A, I better see more Homestuck animator related projects in the future that aren't maybe even just Hive Swap scenes, and B, I better see that proof in the pudding via getting actual new animators that I can see, because I do have some animator friends and they do well. They pull their fucking effort into like the games and stuff, and I can see it. I definitely do think that team could be improved, and even just in general the animators get a lot more credibility than they probably do.
Yeah,
But
like they're talking about we don't have the resources to do this thing, and they sure as fuck need writers.
Yeah,
because
that's the
God
thing.
damn.
Here, no,
actually,
listen, let me say
animators,
something. Let
now
me
that I
say
think
something
about it,
first,
'cause,
though.
like,
Let me say something first, though. That's the thing
Mhm.
about Homestuck. You will never have the resources to make something like Homestuck. The resources will come after. You have to prove yourself first. That's what fucking happened. Like, Andrew Hussey
Right.
did not... Capitalism could not have given Andrew Hussey the resources to make Cascade. He had to do that with himself and a bunch of friends who worked for free. But then when he made it, suddenly, holy fucking shit, the fandom exploded. And, like...
I do wonder a little bit about, like, they've kind of changed themselves to a monthly update schedule, which Andrew Hussey did not have.
That was
like,
a bad
Andrew
idea.
Hussey's updates occurred when they were ready to happen, which is how we ended up with really long pauses.
You
But
just
it also
can't...
meant we had the time.
You
So
can't
I
make...
do want, like, they did shackle themselves to this to some extent, but I do wonder if the monthly update schedule is largely
No,
what's
it's a
holding them
terrible
back.
idea. And, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You cannot make the art that Homestuck was with the capitalist framework. You can't do it. You have to be making it outside of that framework. Andrew Hussey got to, like, live somewhere for free or whatever and just do his whatever he wanted, and he had a bunch of people who would do whatever he said. That's, like, without being paid. That's not a capitalist framework. Like, that's the kind of... Like, people can insulate themselves from that in certain ways. And, like, yeah, sometimes we get some good art, but then we gotta be realistic. Like, that's what happened. You can't make... That's like... This... When I'm working on Resolve, Resolve could not have happened in a capitalist framework. Like, I have to be doing it in my spare time. I have to have something else that is my job.
like,
Right.
I think that if they got, like, I wanted to add this before, like, the other good thing about maybe adding some animators and actually proving that they are looking for animators is because now that I think about it, one of the biggest haphazardly given reasons for why they weren't doing Flash animations for Homestuck 2 was because either Flash was dying, which is bullshit because you don't have to just make animation
You
on
can
Flash.
make HTML5,
And
you
also,
can do it.
like, yeah, exactly. And then, like, the fact that, basically it was the paraphrase, animation is hard. And
It
it's
is.
like, well, yeah,
It's hard
put
to...
effort
No,
into a
here's...
project, but it's gonna be hard.
Bro,
Mhm.
they're right, but it sucks. Like, okay, if you think, okay, I'm gonna make the Homestuck and I want flashes in there, and you're gonna pay everybody for their time. No, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. It's just like the animation, like the animation industry has been so exploited that there's just no market where
Yeah.
you can actually get the value invested in to give it back out. But then what do we do? Like, right? It's like, what do
Well,
we do about that?
the thing
Right.
that, at least that I'm like, how do I describe this? Okay, their visual team is very tiny, very, very tiny. I have no idea why they only have so many people working on it when ZMag is working on it and Vast Air, for example. It's really ridiculous to me. But, like, if they had more people, not only do you split that work and are able to at least have one animation without at least promising people it'll never happen, but we're not asking for a fucking cascade. We're talking about as simple as something as Rose Ride the
That's
Pony.
right. That's
Like,
right. Yeah.
like, and I fucking reanimated that shit in 3 days.
And Vast
that was
Error
only
is
because
doing
I
it. Like,
wasn't-
the team is right there. If they even just want to hire from their friends, like, Vast Error is right there. They are
Yeah.
doing it. Like, they are making
Like, no one
amazing
is asking,
multimedia
like,
shit all the time.
no one
They're
is asking for
fantastic.
every channel to be like a unique thing of like good composition and shit. Like, just you can reuse sprites. That's what Homestuck has done. You can save time. Like, it's probably more authentically Homestuck than if, like, if you do that than if you're like, oh, well, we can't spend a couple, like, maybe on something bigger, like can't spend a couple of months working on this or planning it out, or we can't spend a bit of time like making maybe like a 1 minute flash that's going to either like have multiple people working on it so it'll take us
Yeah.
long, or
Yeah.
like reusing
Yeah.
the tiny sprites. Like,
Yeah, you're
there's
right.
basically a lot of ways in which you can do it. We're not asking for Pixar, and I don't like I'm not a
Are
fan
you
of,
sure?
yeah, I'm not a fan of like the fact that one of the things that were thrown out in regards to saying that animation is hard, because again it is. I don't like the fact that it kept acting like that logic was comparing
Yeah, 'cause-
itself to like a 10-minute, a 10 or 12-minute 24 FPS Cartoon Network cartoon. Like, it's not the same.
And
You
just
can take
doing the
parts of it.
math, like, I don't know how much they're having to cut out of the patron to pay for Hive Soap development. Probably most of it. just knowing
Mhm.
what I know about game development. But like, if you, yeah, honestly, the money's probably they're probably already maxed out with their budget.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, if you have almost 2,000 patrons, renewing it, like maybe half of them are renewing somewhere between $2 to $5 or more. Um,
Mhm.
you could pay an animator like take your yearly budget and like scoop aside $2,000, pay an animator for a month. They will make you something cool.
I yeah. I just think also one of the just giant. It's weird because it doesn't seem like it would be a flaw, but it is to me.
Also,
in
I
terms
would
of
sorry, I just got really
It's
mad about
fine, it's
something. Who would want to fucking work on Homestuck 2 though?
That's
Like,
true.
look at it. I mean, it's so
Oh.
uncomfortable. I don't want to make
Momo.
anything for that. Yeah. What? Yeah.
Momo, I would work on Homestuck too if you let me completely rip it down and build it from the ground
I
up.
would do some
More
I would do some
retcon it.
I kind of know what I would do if they just threw it in my lap. I wouldn't want to do it, but I know what I would do. I would just immediately start like doing some like Roxy's Wizard E. Herbert fan fiction. It would immediately just kind of become like that. Like there's people in the story who are not any of the other characters we know. They're just random people, but they know that they're in the story and they know that it's a story about Homestuck and they know that there are characters about it, like in it that have read and they would
That's a
just be
good.
like,
That's a good
"Oh."
take.
I would just
I
do,
have a
like,
specific plan I would take, but they would never let me do it.
I would just take like a approach similar to like. Well, first of all, let's get this out of the way. I'm not gonna call it Homestuck 2 just for shits and giggles because that was their first mistake. I would just call it Beyond Canon and not give it an expectation. Secondly, and this is just pure wish fulfillment. I think that Homestuck doesn't utilize its multiple timelines enough, and like maybe we got
Yeah.
that for Paradox Space, but it's been a bit, and that was like a side thing. I think it would be very interesting if Homestuck had
Yeah.
its own little like what if things. Like maybe it's where like no like it has different plots that happen, but they're all chronological instead of like always intermingling, and it's actually different plots with the same set of characters that are happening, but they're different variations of that character is happening in different timelines, and that can give you what ifs, like, what if June did exist from the beginning in this one, or what if Murder Stuck went a different way, or what if Arania won, fun little stuff like that. And that is fun and better in my opinion, because I would take something fun and just easy that still has stakes without all of this meta shit continuing to shove itself down my throat and thinking I have to have a big brain to understand
Okay.
and like this.
Riff was gonna say something. Then I have another thing to say.
My thing is like, I have my issues with how it's going to. You can still make something of this. I think my issue is primarily
It's just a little airborne. It's still good.
Again, I would like
Yeah.
like the structure because I desperately want to know again what kind of expectation setting is going on behind closed doors and like is there a plan? I feel like we're sort of drifting into it.
Yeah, I don't believe there is a plan. I don't care what they say. I don't believe them.
So with like, oh god, what was I gonna say now? Now I'm lost again. The problem. Thank you for massaging my brain. The problem is like, we need characters there that can actually come in and like react to what's going on in a way that we can relate to, and they're trying to have that with Dirk, but it's wrong because they've totally mischaracterized like people's grievances. So there's no one I can root for here. There's no one that understands, like, has any sort of opinion I can wrap my little brain around. No one makes any goddamn sense. Everyone is totally incomprehensible.
I think like I feel like the Omega kids were probably meant to be that, but like
they're
not
awful. They're awful.
They're sure not.
Like Ruby is interesting to me. I hate the process of their conception.
Oh my god.
You could do something with that as an angry character.
The thing is, we could, but Ruby's gonna become just a mouthpiece for more stupid shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Roxy though, Wizard E. Herbert too.
This is me being
Tavros could also have been
fulfilling.
interesting to let him speak.
God.
That's not allowed. His name is Tavros.
Yeah, I'm being a little wish fulfilling here again, but I'm not gonna lie. First of all, because I don't even pay for the bonus updates anymore, and I don't have time for more characters when we have like 10 other plots going on. I don't care about the influencers. I don't. I feel that if we wanted to Lion King 1.5, the Homestuck plot, we should have used existing characters. Specifically, we could have used any dead characters. Like, I would love to see if we could actually have the other beta trolls that aren't just Karkat and the other High Bloods basically doing something. They could be our Lion King 1.5 without having to actually interact much with the plot. And then you
I just
give
need
some
to finish
people
Meat
who
Clown.
actually like those characters,
I'm so
and like
busy.
you do what
I
you
need
want.
to do Meat Clown.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so busy.
I wouldn't be surprised if the reason the influencers are there because they're eventually going to intermingle with the main public plot. I won't be surprised,
Just
even though I can't remember any of their names.
you couldn't like what I would have paid good money for is just like G-Cat Tavros Sprite and Nana Sprite having shenanigans together.
God.
Like that would have been funny as hell.
Because they're both pranksters and they're both rude!
Mhm.
They're both rude.
No,
in
no,
their
no.
way.
GK Tavros Sprite wasn't allowed to be rude yet. That's just wait. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you that food, but you don't have it yet. Don't give Hussy any credit.
I think that maybe I would like if the bonus no, not even the bonus updates. Fuck it. Why is everything taking place in the human kingdom? Why haven't we seen any of the world building of the other kingdoms? Like, what's the troll kingdom like? What's the
What
consort
It's
world
just
kingdom?
it's not the story they're interested in telling, and like I respect that. I get that this has nothing to do with me. No one asked, but also
like-
I'm so please just don't fucking
honestly-
stab me. What are you doing?
Honestly, if they didn't want to tell that story, they should have just had it where it's like they just get regular Earth back because it really doesn't feel any different from that.
Hey,
Mhm.
this is exactly Crow. You hit the nail on the fucking head as to why
Yeah.
we're doing New Game Plus, though. Like, 5,000 years is a long fucking time. Why did absolutely
Yeah.
jack shit happen in that time period? Why is it just Earth 2, the second one? Where is all this world building? Like, somebody in chat mentioned
Kitty
Quest
Quest is
earlier, and,
so
like,
good.
that's why Kitty Quest is so good, is because it looks you in the eyes and goes, this is a world that is different from anything you have ever known. And then runs with it and isn't afraid to commit to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
it's good. Kitty Quest's good. Also,
Quest's
sorry that I was
great.
such a bitch today. I'm in so much fucking pain. I don't mean like anything personally against anybody who's working on any of this shit. I've been in so much fucking pain for the last couple weeks. I can't. I'm just out of the fucking resources I would normally use to talk like a reasonable person.
We feel you. Well, we don't feel you, but we support you. And I can
Bucky feels me. Bucky has like the same shit going
All
on.
right. And I'm massaging both you, the crevices of you and
I want
Bucky's
scan
wrinkle brain.
lines. I want
Yeah.
scan lines in this picture.
I was
Right.
gonna say that the thing is that like what I would want to do with what happened after after Act 7 is what I'm doing with New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Like I'm already making the version of things that I would like to see, or one of them. I mean, Act 8 is another version of like that would be, that's one of the like that's a cool continuation of the actual mechanics of Homestuck. What I'm interested in exploring personally is like, what do you do when those mechanics stop being a thing anymore, but you're still the same person? Like, how do you deal with that?
Right. That's not to go back to Rose just because I'm thinking about her again, but like that's exactly what's going to be so interesting about writing Rose is like she's so used to being able to like dig into things and rip them apart, and suddenly there is absolutely no chance of her being able to do that because the meta narrative mechanics that she could have dug into are gone. And
Right,
like,
exactly.
oh, it's gonna drive her absolutely bonkers.
She's outside of a narrative when her whole purpose was to be like metatextually aware,
Yeah.
and now she's not in a narrative anymore.
I made like a post that's a little vague, even though I just literally added onto it. But all it says is, "I hope Earth C becomes its own thing instead of just Earth 2." And I said, "What are the other kingdoms like? What politics/conflicts exist that are unique to the planet that aren't just a reflection of our IRL that wouldn't exist
Right.
all the way on a planet started by chess pieces? I want world building."
Also Cheshire Creeper in chat says, I want to see the consorts. We made the protagonists of New Game Plus consorts.
The consort protagonists. Can I
Yeah.
can I give just the stream people a little sneak peek?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go get.
You did some very cute art.
Yeah, let me go get.
I want to see Nepeta again. I
just
just
want to see her.
Like
Sam's
that's
folder?
actually
There they are.
so that was the big thought I had last night when I was taking a shower, because that's what happens. And like I like we hadn't really thought much about like how we're gonna brand the stuff for promoting New Game Plus. We'd been talking a lot about this as a communist project, this is a leftist project, which is like that's true, but like one thing that I think we hadn't really been focusing on as far as how he presented it is the central conceit as this relates to Homestuck specifically, which is like, what do you do when Spurb is over? Like that's the fictional conceit. Now the answer to that is, well, it's a communist society and here's how that looks, but like that's not the entry point for the fandom. The entry point for the fandom is like, this is a better way to do things than what we saw in Homestuck.
Yeah, if the textual conditions of Homestuck are a metaphor for America's imperialism and racism, which they are, then what do these characters now begin to look like when they are taken outside of that, meaningfully taken outside of that framework? And fortunately, Homestuck 2 does not exit that framework. Homestuck 2 repeats the imperialistic and racist violence of the original text.
Exactly. It not only it repeats it, it doubles down on it.
It doubles down on it!
Like weird fucking ways. Like all of Jane's characterization, the whole
everything with
the
Gamzee.
whole weird everything with Gamzee, all of the way the rebellion is portrayed, where it's this like hopeless endeavor that never gains any ground ever.
Until
like, just,
the Vriska White Savior
until
shows
Vriska,
up.
well, fuck, no. Vriska just shows up and kills a bunch of people. She doesn't even make any meaningful change. Like, I'm sure they're gonna try to go in that direction, but that's not what happened.
Yeah.
So, like...
But Janai,
yeah.
It's like Black Lives Matter, you see. Because...
Cole and I are dying! Okay.
I'm just tired of the racism. If you're gonna do a Homestuck 2, why are we repeating the racism? Can we stop? Can we stop
doing it? Can
we
stop?
please stop?
No,
It's
wow.
2020.
You never
Can
stop.
we stop?
You never stop
Put
the
the
hype
clown
train.
down.
Put the
Leave
fucking
him alone.
Leave him alone.
You're not allowed.
By the way, the fact that you're like humanizing the consorts and stuff, like, you know what I mean by humanizing,
Yeah.
but like, I don't. For some reason, the first thing I thought of when I saw those images were like the way that they like humanize like enemies and stuff in the Paper Mario series.
Yeah.
I don't know,
I'm
I
giving
like
them
the
little
Mario series.
little bits of individuality. Like they have jobs, they're fully like responsible adults who
Yeah.
participate in society.
Yeah.
They're not like funny, stupid or whatever.
Yeah.
Sam is Sans. Sam is the Sans Undertale.
Yes, you agree in more ways than one.
In more ways than one.
I
Sam
will
is
not elaborate.
absolutely the
Yeah,
Sans
I won't either,
You know
because
what?
some of
You
my
know
writing
what?
is
You know
what
what?
promotes that.
How did I not realize this until just
Can we-
now?
Can we convince? Wait. Sam is Vriska's social worker. Can
Yeah.
we get some kind of Megalovania remix in Vriska's route somewhere?
Yes. As a matter
Cool.
of
Yeah,
fact,
of course.
it's
We can
mandatory.
do like a soft jazz Megalovania.
Or
that
my
plays in the
organs will
background.
fail. Also.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but there's so many jazz covers already. It's so Mafia Tale was a thing for a while. It was a good one to do, but as a result, we've got jazz covers all over the goddamn place. So much
Mhm.
jazz.
That's also
God.
because
Nice.
music majors like jazz.
Yeah.
They do like jazz. That's a true statement.
What is this?
Sam Megalovania.
Does the consort kingdoms? Well,
There are
trying to
no
see-
kingdoms.
there is. That's true. That's why I was like, where's my like? What am I trying to say? Like, you know, I'll get back to this question when I feel like being
Yeah.
elite.
Yeah.
Let's
You're
see.
good. You're good.
Wait. Are there strip clubs where consorts are the exclusive members?
Oh
That's
my
what I want to know.
god.
That has not, amazingly enough, that has not come up in development
I don't want to
yet.
make. I don't want to make a lot of horny shit. I'm
Yeah,
not
there's-
against.
Don't worry, it's not horny. It's a very professional sport.
It's
It's horny, Crow. Don't
It's
lie to us.
It's
Crow.
okay if it's
Also-
horny, Crow.
It's okay,
I
but it is
probably-
horny.
I on the scale of all of the writers, the stuff I'm writing probably comes the closest to horny, and it's definitely not. So no.
I'm just saying, what if this pole dancing is just like an Olympic sport, like everyone wants it to be?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm
We'll-
gonna say
we'll,
no to
we'll
that
consider.
one.
We'll take it under consideration.
Yay! Okay. That was my question, by the way. I had to build up the courage. Let me go through.
I just want to make this fucking Wizardy Herbert thing.
God.
Your
Alright.
little drawing of Wizardy the Herbert too was very cute.
I know.
I still have because I'm not done torturing anybody. I still have the Curious Cat open, because we did spend a lot of time on the animator thing, which is fine. Here's one question which was answered. It was a question that I had asked, but I guess that I'm probably not going to get a public answer answered anytime soon because it's me. Will the bonus content be bared when the comic finishes? I want to read / contribute, but monthly payments tend to pile up after a while. Once every 3 months, maybe. I don't want to miss out on any content. Answer. We intend for the Homestuck Square bonus content to be available via Patreon indefinitely, and you can read previous updates at any time.
I
If
saw
for some
that.
reason we ever decide to take the Patreon down, we'll be sure to archive them and release them for free. So the answer is no. It is behind a paywall forever until we chose.
So what they're saying is you'll take the paid bonus content from my cold dead hands.
Yeah, which is weird because I thought I heard Redacted say, "Oh yeah, maybe like a year from now we'll start like releasing the content."
I
It's
mean,
like,
they
most
obviously
people-
weren't speaking.
Well,
for
the thing is, you just have to make a decision for like a question like that, and then your answer might genuinely change later. And I don't hold that against
Yeah.
them. Like, you gotta figure.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an expert. You're allowed to like take some time and figure shit out.
Okay. Well, I do hope that they do consider that. Maybe I don't know, having the update like. Well, I don't even remember like Catnapped. I guess that was the first one. Catnap Part 1 could be released a year and a half from now, and I don't think that would be. Well, you know what? I say that, and it's like we don't know where Homestuck 2 is going to be a year and a half from now, so I'll shove it for now.
Good point.
Let's see. This one is what people have been hyper focusing on. Some time ago, Hussey answered the question that sounded something like, "Do you think Homestuck is going to be your magnum opus?" with a statement that Homestuck was just a warm up for his next project, kind of like Problem Sleuth was to Homestuck. Is that still true and relevant? And they just answered with, "Yeah."
That's
That's
okay.
interesting.
They're allowed. They're allowed to be.
Yeah,
they're allowed to be cheeky. Like I got a lot of problems with a pumpkin, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
don't
saw
worry.
someone being really weird
pointing
about
out-
that in the retweets.
Hmm?
I saw someone being really weird about that answer in the retweets.
Like,
Like,
just stop being weird.
You mean the one that was like, and that's why we should know who's saying what or something like that?
yeah,
Okay, I know who that was, but yeah, I don't
I have issues with.
know why knowing who said it is relevant since the team decides how to answer things collectively. So
It's also
Clearly.
like it was pretty transparently sarcastic. Like it was pretty like it was a joke answer. Like,
yeah,
Like
I
don't
do want to know because like if Homestuck was just a practice thing for another thing, I wonder how many decades that new thing will go on for. Jesus.
Hmm.
50
Wizard
years down the
Herbert
line,
2.
we'll all be like, oh yeah,
Doesn't-
Andrew,
Okay, I need some. There's something else I need for this to complete it, but I don't know what.
Hmm.
What should I put in here?
Those make like lines like those. I'm not a surprise. I usually describe them as surprise lines when they're used like that, but I'm just gonna call them excited lines. I don't fucking know.
Excited line.
Also,
Nailed it.
why is this? Are you doing something with tape? What's going on? Also,
I
what did
am. I'm taping up. I got a filter kit for a camera lens that did not include all of the pieces. So I'm
Alright,
returning
I'm just
it
gonna
and
hide
getting another
Harry
one.
Potter in the background there. Maybe
It's
I'll-
gonna be done in just a second.
I guess I got to the last question that was
I'll
like
put it back.
intriguing. The rest of it is just like general stuff. Like we take fan input into consideration on certain non-story issues, but ultimately any changes we make will be based on what we think is best for the projects.
Yeah, okay, I went to the
Okay.
Margaret Thatcher daddy issues. Mommy issues,
Wait,
sorry.
when did it become Margaret Thatcher daddy issues?
I'm sorry, I'm tired. It didn't ever become that. It's always been mommy issues.
Maybe
Who's
it
DMing
needs
me?
to be.
This is also
No. Continue with your Margaret Thatcher daddy propaganda, Momo. Just don't mind me as I slowly raise this gun.
Uh-huh.
No, stop it. No,
Uh-huh.
leave me alone. Also, I was supposed to end the stream like 20 minutes ago because I might be joining the raid effort
Oh,
tonight
okay.
today at
Mm.
1. So I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I didn't even work what I was supposed to be working on for the last bit, but thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody. Please take care of yourselves. 2020 is still happening. Please don't tell on me for being a fucking bitch about what pumpkin today. I'm such an asshole. I don't.
I think we're all allowed to be a little fucking cynical
Yeah.
at this point in time, and I'm not gonna hold
Okay.
it against
All
you.
right. Thank
If-
you.
I know I'm biased,
Their
but,
brand,
like,
if
fuck.
their brand can't stand up to basic scrutiny and criticism, then fuck them.
Right. That's a
That's
good
like
point.
the base level requirement for making fiction for a public audience. If you cannot deal with good faith engagement with your work, don't fucking make it.
Yeah, you're right.
Keep it to yourself.
I don't know if fuck those bitches why are even here. I mean, hopefully
I mean-
people could read
I mean,
through
it's
the
not-
fucking lines of the bullshit I was
You're
saying.
allowed to be angry.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
allowed to be
Tumblr
upset
user
about
Gamzee.
something.
I'm
that hurts
Tumblr
you.
user
You've been here for
Gamzee.
12 years.
I've been here for
I think
12
you're allowed to
fucking
be a little
years.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
I think I might have. I think I might make some points sometime, but that's okay. Well, all right. That'll be the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone. Take good care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're really really bored today, watch some of the recordings of people doing the world's first of the Destiny raid. It's very cool, I think. But maybe you don't care, so maybe don't do that. I don't know. Don't look at me. Do whatever the fuck you want. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Sorry. Goodbye, everybody.